Hey, beautiful people. Sorry, I'm 4 minutes late and I thought I would be on time. How's everybody doing? Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to pull this up on my phone and then I'm going to address something and then we're going to do this thing. All right. So, you know what? I can't even find it. All right, here it is. All right. The same rules apply tonight. Everybody's respectful anyway, so I don't have to do this. I do want to touch real quick before we start. I seen the latest video from Mrs. P. Obviously, we know she's seeking attention, and we're not going to give her that. Um, her and Natasha Cooper judging me on parenting is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I am far more active and present in my children's life than those two women put together. Um, yeah, and that's that. So, yeah. Um, you know, we were exposed to COVID on Christmas, and my son does have a cough, but I'm still not going to take my son to an emergency room where he's going to be further exposed when there's nothing they can do for him. He has a cough, right? He's never had a fever. I've stated all this. So, no, I absolutely did not take my son to the emergency room. But I would also like to point out that I have custody of mine. Okay. So let's not forget that. I have custody. Virginia, hello. Guys, I can't believe we are really close to New Year's, aren't we? Um, yeah. No, Jake. Actually, let me go check out front, but no. Um, we did get a test from T. Adams. Okay, hold on. Let me go check outside again. Hey, Julian Jackson, how are you? Exactly. I would never. I would never. I don't. No, not yet, Jake. I know what's best for my children, you know. Exactly, Amanda. And that was exactly my sentiments. What am I going to do? You know, he's 9 years old. Am I going to have him sitting on my lap while he's having a cough fest? There's nothing. I've done everything I can do for him. Me being on here does not take away from the care that he receives. So that it's just stupid and it's aggravating. And it's even funnier coming from somebody like Natasha Cooper when she literally doesn't even talk about the minor in her house. That child is non-existent. Um, yeah, I mean, right. Everybody knows. I don't even need to address it. That's just what it is. Way safer at home. Exactly, Jake. Well, what they're doing though is they are kind of again encouraging their subscribers, right, to make me in a neglectful manner. Um, and that's okay because I'm not. I know who I am. I know what I am as a parent, and they can't. Shun it. So tonight we are going to talk about summer. Yeah, why? I mean, that would just be so ignorant of me to, whatever. So, how many of you know of the Summer Wells case? I know, you're right, Melina. It's just whatever. Exactly, tick turtle gum. Yep. Okay, so everybody here know about Summer Wells? Yes, okay. It is a circus. It has become a circus case. Rabbit hole all over. That's what happened, Callie. That's exactly what happened. They wouldn't even see my son in person. They called in cough medicine, and that's where we're at. So so most of you know, um, yeah, this case is so sad. Way more details than I could 12 hours. Um, America that used to be friends with. Oh, do you? Well, Tick Turtle got my always from the beginning said I wanted to do true crime, but this is gonna be me and Alex who has a channel. We see this case completely differently. So we're gonna kind of battle off our points of, you know, why we feel how we feel pretty much. So Summer Wells is a 5-year little girl who went missing on June 15th. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my audio. From right outside her doorstep. A lot of people believe the parents were involved, and some people don't. It's getting there. And Delaney, the Watts is our next going to be our next discussion. Yeah, and I'm going to give a fair warning. Some of you may not like my perspective. You may disagree, but just remember to be respectful. You guys are a great community. I know you're respectful, so just be respectful. Um, Let me go ahead. There's something so odd about it. Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and drop the link. This case is terribly sad, and at the end of the day, we want Summer Wells home. Crazy Mama, it is. Yes, it is. I'm excited. You're excited. Um, all right. Yeah, you know what? I hope so, Jake. I hope so too. Gabby was shortly after. Yeah, that's another one. I look at that case differently than most too. I would love to have a debate with somebody over that case. Exactly, Monica. It's not like I think anything horrific. Now, when it comes to the Wasp case, you might not want my perspective. But with this case, I think we'll be all right. Really, caffeinated slug? June 15th. Yeah, summer went. I wish I was on the computer. I could screen share a little thing with you guys, give you a little quick background. But yeah, I guess it was between 5:30 and 6 o'clock on June 15th. Let's hope this is the real you. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Uh, okay, say it again. Let me see if there's an echo.
Hello.
Oh, we're
That
perfect. Broken
awesome.
dishes. Said it once, we'll say it again. Summer reminds me so much of poor Madeline McCain. Whatever happened, both sets parents no more. Just my opinion, of course. All right, so let's see. Let's see if it.
Yeah, this is going
The
to be
timeline's
interesting.
off. Yeah, it is. It is. It's gonna be fun. Um, yeah, I'm a
And
little nervous, but it'll be fun.
don't be
So
nervous.
you're on your
Thank you for
laptop?
having me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Do you have anything you wanna pull up or
Do you want me to? So when we decided to the chat, because you already know obviously, but when we talked about doing this, I had just went through a bunch of red flags, and Jessica was pretty much saying that she could kind of argue back to all of them. So if you want, Jess, I can pull that up and we can kind of go through that
Yeah,
and
let's do
do it
it.
that way. Okay. Oh, I was going to be on
Mm.
camera, but then I told you, I think I have pink eye. I'm going to show you because, like, see my eye? This one's
Oh,
all
yeah, a little swelled. I see it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to do that, but yeah, I'm on the computer. I don't know how to share the screen. Like, what do I do? I mean, I can see the share button, so I guess it kind of works the same as if I'm doing it and you just like accept it, or I don't know, because I've never shared the screen to
Yeah,
someone else's.
it,
Okay.
it will just come up for you because we had Without Borders come up and do it. So the guest is Alex Erickson. Shar, can you drop the link? She does strictly true crime, none of the drama. She's enrailed in all of it, but she doesn't put it on her channel, which is great. So when you need a mental break, that is the place to go.
Hey guys. Thank you,
I
Crazy
know.
Mama. Thank you, Jess, by the way.
Wow. I'm not sure if we'll ever get full answers. I pray we do.
I do too. It's still,
I
you know,
know.
it's still the beginning. So maybe we will. Like, think of Suzanne Morphew, and, you know, it was a year before he was arrested because if they don't find the person, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. Well, and of course, if the parents didn't do it, then there's no people to get.
Well, maybe somebody else did it. I don't know. Some of these red flags are not with the parents, so I'm curious to get your opinion on those too, because it's not only the parents. Like, I don't think 100% both of them did it. Now I'm kind of leaning towards one most of the time, but I have some other people I'm suspicious of too.
Yeah. Yes, it is Southern. Very Southern. My accent is very non-existent. No, North. We got the South versus the North. Look at that.
That's funny. Okay, I think. Let's see.
No, this is not the alley that knows them. No.
Yeah, I'm from West Virginia, you guys. Oh no, I definitely know. Wouldn't that be crazy? We're gonna debate. That's funny. I'm sorry. You okay, Jess?
Yeah, I just didn't. I missed the joke. What happened?
I was just
I'm like
laughing
scrolling
because
back. I'm trying.
no, it was just about the comment like, is this the alley that knows them? And I was like, if you debated
Oh
with that
yeah.
alley, that would be pretty
Oh
funny.
my goodness. Give me the
Okay.
chance and I will.
Yeah. Okay. I think I can't.
Exactly, broken dishes.
So let me know
Oh
if you want
no.
me to zoom in when you do start sharing, because I can't see where I'm on Word now. I can't see StreamYard anymore.
Wait,
Or
your
the
screen's not shared.
look. Hmm. Do you see under guest? Do you see like Alex's screen pop up under guest?
Oh, I did. Yeah, duh, thank you. Okay.
Okay.
And look, that big ass granny comes up in the background. Oh wait, now I can change the format too, right? Layout. Yep. Okay. Oh, I got rid of you. Look, when I'm winning, I'm just gonna do that and knock you off. There we go. Okay.
Okay. And I do want to say, like, just because, you know, a lot of these people don't know my perspective, but I don't think that any one of these things, like, by itself says anything. I'm not saying just because, you know, the head shaved or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want people to,
I know.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm moving you guys around a lot. Yeah. At the end of the day, this is just like any case. The more you learn, the more your perspective changes. She is a gangsta ass grandmommy. She's like, what's up? She got the tea, the cigarette. Tasha's group thought that was really me, so that was funny.
That's hilarious.
All right. All right, so what do we have for number one?
So, number one is the shaved head.
Okay, the
Um,
shaved head.
yeah.
So at first, what did they say, Alex? They first, well, there was a rumor that the shaved head had to do with lice, right?
Had to do with what? I couldn't hear the word.
With head lice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that was the first rumor, but that never came directly from the parents, right? That was just the rumor mill.
Yep,
Okay. So we
exactly.
had that. And then the second thing was that Summer wanted to be like the rest of the kids. It's
Yeah,
summertime, it's hot outside. She's running around all day, so they shave her head. What do you
right.
think about that?
Well, the other kids didn't have shaved heads when she went missing.
Right, the boys didn't.
So that, but and then we have that where the parents both, like, remember in that one interview, like Dawn said, or mom says she does it because she'd been wanting a shaved head, and she's like, I did mine after, and then or she wanted to be like me, and then Dawn says, yeah, Candace shaved her head so Summer didn't feel alone or left out. It's like they contradicted each other in that one interview. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know. The shaved head, I don't know. It's sketchy to me, but I don't know if it really means anything. I do think it's interesting if they were wanting to, like, disguise her. That would be a good way to do it, because when they gave the pictures to police, they had photos of her with the short hair, but they didn't give those to police. They gave the long-haired photos. So that makes it lots of room for conspiracy.
Yeah. See, to me, I think it's innocent. I think she's a little girl who was outdoorsy. They're neglectful parents. They didn't feel like brushing her hair. She probably threw a fit about her hair being brushed, and they were probably like, dude, let's shave it. And I think it's as simple as that.
Wow, it could be. That's a good point. They maybe didn't feel like brushing her hair and stuff. I hadn't ever even thought about that. So that's what I think. We won't, like. I think some things will be. You might sway me on. I'm kind of up in the air about some things,
Oh,
but
I'm here to sway you. I got you, girl, all day.
don't worry. I change my mind like 100 times a day, though, so it probably won't last
I
long.
know. So do I. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
Okay, then
number
number
two,
two.
it's in number one.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So it's we already kind of discussed that with when we were talking about the shaved head, because the photos given for missing poster had long hair. What do you think about that?
I think again, they were just lazy parents. They didn't have a lot of. Oh wait, somebody's calling. I hate when this happens.
You
I'm
might
like,
have to.
I'm sorry, I lost the sound with you for a minute. Give me 1 second.
It's okay.
It
I hate when that
literally
happens
is
too.
my child call.
Well, we can wait.
Okay, are you back? Talk. Let me hear
Yeah,
you. Okay, I got
I'm
you.
here.
No, I'm just gonna text her and tell her to knock it off. She's literally a room away from me. Are you kidding?
Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Like if she's out somewhere or
No,
she's
yeah,
next.
she's literally next door, just a room over. Okay, so yeah, I think that just goes back to my opinion would be that they didn't have quick photos on hand, you know?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, you do, like, it's when you're doing drugs and partying and stuff, you are kind of lazy, and, like, you don't try very hard. You just whatever. So I don't know.
Right.
Okay, number three is in number one too. Okay, so let's go to number four then. The condition of the home, which was, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, it was pretty bad. It was dirty and cluttered, and Summer's room was like a dungeon. It was like a little, like, dark corner in the basement, which that bothers me very badly. I think that um, I just don't understand that with the job that he does. He does construction. What do you think about her
Well,
room and stuff and the house?
well, I think with what you just said, like, well, his job's construction, so why would the house be like that? But he works a lot. Who wants to get done work and come work? Do you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, that's
the
true.
setup the setup of the house was weird, and again, the house was filthy. A lot of people equated that to them being poor. There's no equation. They actually had money. They're not poor people. They have money. That's the misconception that goes around that they're poor.
Oh, yeah.
They were lazy, definitely lazy, cluttered. But then you have the difference of where they live, right? They're country folks. They're outdoor all day. You know, the back door's constantly open. The kids are running in and out. Um, I just think that goes back to their laziness. As far as the dungeon, everybody called the basement a dungeon and claimed that porn was playing on the video. Um, I didn't. It was weird, but I don't see it as like anything more than just like odd. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, it is. Like, it doesn't mean they're guilty, but also it's like, dude, I don't know. For me, I have like a lot of people around me that do construction, and usually their homes are like nice, like they got cool. Like my uncle, he does woodwork and stuff, and his whole house, like he's got custom hardwood floors, custom counters, like, you know what I mean? But he doesn't do drugs and stuff like that. I think that
And he's
that's
probably prideful of his home, right? Like he probably, he's
yeah,
proud. He likes his.
yeah.
What Don and Candace were like, "Ugh," you know what I mean? They don't seem like those type of people.
No, they don't.
Oh God,
And
the DeLorean, that's
and
horrible.
where they live, that type of living, like I'm from West Virginia. They're from Tennessee. It's like 2 hours from my house, 2.5 hours. And I know a lot of people that actually live just like that. I mean, especially people that live in the mountains and like near the coal camps and stuff. Their homes are dirty, and they just the way it is. I don't know. Part of that is, like you said, the kids running in and out, and the area that they're in. Um, but it makes me so sad. Look, because Jess, I would love to have a little girl like that. If I did, I would give her anything in this world. I would definitely not have her sleeping in a, like, I don't know. So,
I get what you're saying. I'm sure in hindsight they feel horrible, right? They've cleaned the house up since.
yeah, they have. That's true. And I bet they do. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm with the Saudi one here. It was just a place to lay their head. They didn't care about it aside from that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, do you want me to read them off? Because you can see it, so you can, I mean, you let
So
me
number
know.
5, we have Rose, and Rose was Candace's sister that went missing, right?
Yeah.
Now that's the one thing that makes me go, now this is weird. Two disappearances in one family. Um,
Yeah.
but you know what I tie that all into, my opinion?
What's that?
I think so. I mean, this is a whole nother rabbit hole. Um, but Don got that house. Well, I think they're just associated with shitty ass people, and I think that's a bad area. And I think they're not really one of the regulars. Like Don didn't like live there his entirety, where some of these people did. Like the sheriff, the judge, everybody there is related.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about. There's not much information on Rose's disappearance. I don't even know if it's from. I don't know what I'm saying. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
well,
That stumps me.
I'll tell you what's shady to me, and then we'll see if you can combat that with something. So for me, with Rose, it's not Dawn and Candace. A little bit Candace, because since then there's been some people that have came out actually on Zab Girl's channel. There was someone who came in the chat and was friends with Rose's husband and children's father, and she had made some statements about Candace and stuff. But who really that looks shady to me on is Grandma, because Candace and Dawn, I believe, were already moved away from there. They had been gone for about
Yeah,
a year.
they weren't even in the area.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean they didn't go visit and everything. I don't know about that. But, like, to me, it makes Grandma look shady, because Grandma was there when Summer went missing. And she was with Summer. Like, she was one of the last people to see her.
That's very true. And then she took off.
I want to add something to my list that I thought of before this. Should I do it after? I think I'll remember. Or let me see. Because both of those are about Grandma. I'll just stick it here, and if I remember what it
Yeah,
is.
because I know. So Granda's leaving town almost immediately, especially considering she has been the parent of a missing child. So with me, I always say the PTSD. She knows what was to come. The people snooping. I
Mm,
mean, back then they didn't have the social media, but the social media now, and maybe just even the factor of like, I can't live through this again. Because I've never lost a child, but I couldn't imagine a child. a relative's child, a grandchild would be horrific. So I don't know. I always said maybe she left because of that. I know others disagree with that strongly.
No, I think that's a really the only thing I could ever think of that'd be a good enough reason, not to be there for your daughter, and what that's like, because I'm sure there is some PTSD from that. That's just my opinion. That'd be the literal only thing I could think of. Some say she went to take care of like a sister or something, which I guess, going to take care of family, that's important too. But yeah, so I don't know. Okay,
And
so
it's
the
not,
one I,
she has a bad knee. It's not like she could go looking. And I mean, you got to consider, a lot. So yeah, we're together on that one. There's many reasons she could have left. A lot of people claim she took summer and left. I wish that was true.
I
I
know.
wish.
Yeah, me too. Um, she couldn't have been there like that, but I guess like for me, like the emotional support of things, like your daughter. I don't know. I just,
They don't seem like very emotionally supportive people, if you ask me. They're like very, I don't know. Like
that's
they
a
don't
good
seem like
point.
very compassionate. I don't know.
No,
I don't know how to explain
especially
it.
grandma. She doesn't seem really touchy, feely, like emotional type of person. Anyways, that's true.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a good one, and I'm really curious about this, and I forgot it when I went through these on my channel. So, do you remember when they're on Molly Golightly's channel and Dawn and Candace, you have the instance of whatever, all the shit that happened, and then he goes, I have 7 alibis and you have none, or she has none. You're
Yeah.
going down.
Yes.
What do you
That
think
was right after he mentioned my friend. He said my friend Starlight or something, and she said, "Your friend," and
Yeah.
she's all "fuck you" in the background. And he's like, "I'm live," and she's like, "Fuck you, Don," and he's like, "I'm live." Yeah, I remember that. And he said, "Yeah," he said it just like that. Well, I'll tell you what, I have 7 alibis, and she don't have none. She's
Uh-huh.
going down. Um, dude, all right, so I guess I should have gave my opinion of the case entirety first. My opinion is, and I know most disagree, but I think the parents are innocent. I'm going to say that. I think the parents are innocent. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. Social media nowadays tastes the jury pool. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of conspiracies, and it takes away from the overall of the case. People are guilty before they even reach a courtroom, which shouldn't be happening. We have a constitution for a reason. But
Absolutely.
Candace is a shady ass bitch. She was very much, in my opinion, jealous of Summer. There was this weird dynamic going on. She's very, I mean, she even accused Don of having his sexual relations with women that he would go on panel with, which is a little aggressive. So part of
Yeah.
me leans towards Candace knows something a little more than what she's telling, but I still don't think she's guilty of it. I don't. I think there's a missing key that only she holds, but I don't think they did anything.
Do you think she's scared, or like maybe she knows, or she just like, and this I've thought of before, maybe she's doing something else she doesn't want out, so she's not given the full context of or the whole story of what happened. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
there's
that's
other
I.
things she's up to that could be illegal or
It,
scandalous
it
with
could have been.
men.
It could have been as simple as she was high when Summer disappeared, and that guilt and that factor of I'm going to be in trouble was enough for her to be like, neglectful. I don't know what it is because I go back and forth on what it could be, but yeah, something. There's something missing.
Mm. Um, so what do you think that I meant to add that to my list and you said it. I kind of didn't know if I should put it as a red flag the other day, but I would like to hear your opinion on the rumors of her being jealous of Summer and stuff.
I do. I think she was jealous of Summer. I think that woman is so insecure, but look at the turmoil of a relationship they have. Don admitted to cheating. Candace is hooking up with weirdo Jose. I mean, there's a lot of dysfunction within them too, but they've been together for years. Um, my understanding is Candace used to be very woman-like. She used to be like very feminine, and then she became
Hmm.
manly out of nowhere. That's like rather newer. And I don't know if that has to do with Summer coming along. I don't. I know there's a rumor that she never wanted a girl, and guess what? I
Yeah,
never wanted a girl either. But my daughter's my best friend. So just
right.
simply saying I never wanted a daughter doesn't make it that she did something this summer. If you look at the pictures of her in summer,
With the long hair.
she's
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're just very you got to admit that they were kind of good parents in that aspect of spending time with them. There was plenty of pictures of, she was very proud of Summer in times, it seems. So I don't know. It's difficult. I do think she has trust issues, major trust issues, and probably mental health issues. Um,
Yeah, I do
but
too.
enough to hurt her daughter. I don't know.
I think on my last thumbnail, I bet I could pull it. Oh, I wonder if I could pull it up right here just to show you. There is a picture of her and Summer, and she has the long hair. Let me show you real quick. I'll just pull it up where we can see like the video right there. They do look kind of lovey-dovey in it. You know what I mean? They do.
Yeah.
But this is my thing.
And
I've
as far
wondered
as her
about.
saying, sorry, I
Go
was
ahead.
going to say, as far as her saying she didn't want a daughter, that's just a rumor,
Right.
right? Like we
Yeah,
never
and
heard her say that. Yeah.
we know how rumors go on social media. You know what I mean? Why is my latest video not showing? Dang it, I really wanted. Well, it's all right. I was going to say I could send it to you, but see, I've wondered about her dressing manly. They say that women like that have been through SA
Yeah.
sometimes will change, and they say that her past is kind of like that. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to you. Just screenshot my thing. But I don't know. Does that cause interference? Do you hear something weird?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't hear it.
I don't know why on my video it does it.
Hey, swim girl. Because she was, yeah.
Okay.
Greatest kind of mainly me. That's fine. Right. And then you look again. You have to add in their area, right? They were surrounded by woods. They were very outdoorsy. The boys were on the dirt bike. Summer was able to pull herself up on the rope string. They were outdoorsy people. I know, Dirty Birdie. I feel like it too. This is literally me and my brain talking, but I'm doing it with Alex this time. All right, let me
It's so
see. So
cool
this is the
though.
photo. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
like I said that from the get-go. There was a lot of pictures of Candace with these kids.
That's true. There was.
Chickadee,
She
this
took
is
a lot of.
Alex Erickson. Sorry, I don't know why our names aren't coming up. Oh, there they are. Well, you only have
And
Alex.
she took a
Here
lot
it
of
is.
she took a lot of videos of Summer, like I've thought about that before. She did take a lot of videos, like like you know how you watch your kids and you're like, oh my god, they're so cute. Like let me get that
Right,
or
like a
whatever.
doting mother.
Mhm.
Well, what does that bring us to? The famous picture of Summer in the car when she says, "Did you get it?" And then Granda says, "No." She put her arm down, and everybody's like, "Well, that's so weird. Why would she do that?" Well, I'll tell you. Even just the other day, I asked my mom to take a picture on Christmas, and she's recording us instead of taking a picture. So, like, that's a thing that elderly people do. But it could have been just that Summer looked really cute sleeping, and they wanted to document that. Like, look at her with her arm up. She had a long day. Like, it was a precious moment. But I know there's some other conspiracies of that.
Yeah. Well, I kind of think that. I
Oh,
mean,
swim
what
girl, I'm
else could
happy
it
to hear
be?
that.
But I bet your mom would not be happy. You just called her elderly.
I'll
But
be
that's
happy. Yeah,
elderly. I think of like a 70-year-old or something.
my mom, she would be mad. Oh
My
my
mom would
goodness.
be like, elderly shit.
Yeah, she's like, I can still kick your ass. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
She was fit. She was fearless. Brave baby. Yes, she was.
mm, poor
Yeah,
baby.
that all matters. We'll get to all of that. That does matter. So Hunter being with mom and Summer. That from day one. T Adams, thank you. They came in. Thank you so much. I like your new photo. Beautiful. Um, yeah, I am elderly. Look at me. I'm a granny, yo. But so Hunter has from day one has always been my main suspect. And I wish more people had eyes on that kid. That kid is sneaky. He's conniving and he's no good. I think the
Yeah,
whole thing was weird with Hunter.
I do too. Just like him saying the "it's done" text, which I may have that somewhere in this list. I don't remember, but like, come
Yeah,
on,
that's
that
full of
just
shit.
sounded. Mm-hmm.
He's like, because I know things, because I know, because I grabbed her phone real quickly, because it looks like mine, and I knew she wanted, and I grabbed her phone, and I went to, you go right here to the trash can, you go to images. Text messages don't end up in images. The hell are you talking about, kid? Take a seat. And he kept saying, because I know things. I know. It was just weird. He's weird. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Oh, I'm gonna tell you how I feel because that kid is weird and he's trouble.
And his mom did the same thing. They wouldn't let me walk up to the car to look at Summer. You know what I mean? Saying things like that.
Right.
But that yawning, I think it could be a sign of drug use,
Well,
sickness
people
or.
were trying to say like, "Oh, that's ADHD if you don't have your medicine." That boy had his medicine. You could tell that boy was amped all the way up. I think it's his sign of lying. I think he's a liar. I think he's a
Mm.
liar.
And he was like getting nervous and kind of forcing it almost. Is that what you mean? Like,
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
Diane. Thank you. I think he was nervous. I think he knew his back was against the wall, and I think he's a liar. And I think his mom and the grandmom, I think they were all liars. They all took conspiracies they read on the internet and they tried to make it their truths. I think they're liars.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe Allie. There's certain things about Hunter's like story that I wonder about. I even questioned the "it's done" text, but the way he said it, just I immediately thought he could be lying about it. Just like it just didn't make sense to me. But I do wonder about him say, for one, why is Candace hanging out with a kid that age and taking Summer instead of like her boys or something? But that was weird to me. And then like she's buying him vapes and alcohol and stuff. And I know for a fact if you go like through their Facebook, because I've done it myself, like their history from a while back, they do talk to each other and stuff. So I.
So Hunter is the son of Candace's ex best friend Allie. Um, and the day that Summer went missing, Hunter went along with them. If you want to know what I really think was happening, oh, Louisiana girl, thank you. And I like the respectful conversation. Chat having a happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. I think that Hunter, it was prescription day. Grandis was about to get the good shit. Hunter had to go get the good shit for his mother. He was probably even flipping it, to be honest. Who knows? Like, and he said he's supposed to meet up with his girlfriend that night, right? So I bet you Hunter went along. He was going to grab a couple of whatever they were getting. He was going to be the cool kid at the party later. He asked her to pick him up some alcohol. Candace was probably not very reluctant because, I mean, look at her. She was probably like, yeah, I'll grab. And he drank it all there, which is what she mentioned. Candace mentioned it. Um, but aside from that, hold on, let me see. No, I don't believe they would cover for him either. I don't think he even has a clue. I mean, I don't think they think anything of him. I think he's being skipped over entirely, and I think that kid needs to be in the very hottest seat there ever was and get it the hell out of him because that kid knows something.
Well, they say that he's had like a severe
Mm-mm.
behavioral change. He's very depressed. He's
Really?
acting, yeah. Well, when the
No, I don't
protest,
think Candace is covering for Hunter. Let me just clear that up real quick. I do not think Candace is covering. I think they don't even know it. Actually, Don was suspicious of them. Remember?
well,
He questioned Allie and Hunter.
yeah, oh yeah, but I don't know. I question Candace and Hunter. There's something about her that I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong. But I do know that when the protesters, when Molly Golightly and all those people went down to Tennessee,
Yeah, heels on
they
the ground. Shut up.
yeah, they
Yeah,
said
sorry.
they claimed that he has had like a very severe behavioral change. Now, we don't know if that's true. That's just hearsay. That's what I was trying to like say in my videos about that situation. Like we can't just believe everything that we hear from whoever, even if it's them, their friends, whoever, because
Right.
yeah, there's no proof. Now, if they show proof, then maybe we can believe someone said it. I'm not saying that he
Um,
hasn't. I'm just saying I don't know for sure, but he could have had a behavioral change, which is suspicious.
yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. And I don't know. The LE would not want to count. They wouldn't count her pills. This is a missing child. This isn't like drug. You know what I mean? At that moment, their main focus is on Summer. There's no way the police were like, well, let me see your medicine and count it. They can't. They can't even do that. No, there's no way.
Yeah, and even if they
If the
thought of it
police
a
said they
couple
wanted to
days,
count my medicine, I would tell them to take a hike. They can't do that.
even if a couple days later they were like, then they started questioning what she got and showing proof of it and stuff, she was gone. She left
Right.
within a
She
few
rolled
days.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, my main a lot of people in the chat agree. We all think that Hunter is very suspicious.
Oh, interesting. Because I
It
can't
says
see the
she's
chat, so yeah, I'll love to hear what's going
yeah, and
on.
then Hunter did that whole weird thing where we went home to put her bathing suit on. Um, I, Hunter just gave me bad vibes, man. Like I was a naughty 15-year-old. You know what I mean? That kid's
Yeah,
up to no good. I'm telling
I
you.
was
And look
too.
at the guidance he has. It
Yeah.
did crack me up when he was interviewed when they were interviewed by Chris M. And they had the teacups, but they had the bottles of Mountain Dew. I was dead. I'm like, could it get any better than that? Because this is like legit what these people are.
It's crazy
Emma
that
Gray's saying that Grain is left 5 weeks later. I no, I'm pretty sure she left 5 days later, right, Ellie?
5 weeks later, whenever there was a vigil, I could look up, I could tell you for certain, but I don't think it was 5 weeks
I don't think it
because
was five
whenever
weeks
they had,
either. Criminality's in here. She might know the exact answer. They did a great interview. Yeah, within days. Yeah. So for anybody that doesn't know, Criminality is Teresa, who hosted a lot of interviews on Unmasked. Amazing content, amazing creator. Um, yeah, and you interviewed Hunter and his mother because if I could screen share right now, I would actually reference it. Yeah, 3 days, couple
you know,
days, month,
and
mid July, few days. It was around
I
three
love
weeks.
listening to Teresa. Like, I love
I
it. So I
know.
can't wait for you to start putting out more videos.
Around 3 weeks later, whatever it was, she left with a quickness. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, she left and
Well, when
returned
Code
and
of
left
Many
and
Colors,
returned. Sorry, Allie.
I'm swearing that she left and returned and left and returned. Yeah. I pulled out my phone, but there was a prayer vigil that was held for Summer, and I had done like, I remember when it happened because Code of Many Colors went to it, and that was like right before she left. So I could tell you the exact date by that if I looked it up. But anyways, regardless, she left. She didn't leave long after, and like you said, she probably wouldn't have shown them or even been asked to show, anyways, her medicine.
Right. I got a message to tell you to check your messenger.
Okay.
They're all lying for different reasons. Amen. At the end of the day, that is for sure. Yeah, we're gonna lie. We're gonna link it, Amanda. I just asked one of the mods to do it. Thank you. I do it all the time, Swing Girl. I don't mean to. And when you're up here, there's a slow
I'm
delayment. Yeah, I'm sorry. Mitchie, thank you so much. Welcome.
Oh yes, okay. That's what I was talking about. So, it was actually like
You're cutting out, Alex.
psychic who put out this
Ro-
video. Her
you just went robot on us. We can't hear you. Somebody cut you off. You know what? That message was a setup. You set us up. No, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you now.
It's the phone. I was looking at the comments and it started interfering with the mic or whatever. But I have the screenshots. Wolfie sent them to me. But okay, so a psychic posted this video like a few months ago, and she was going through their Facebook and she shows in 2020 when Hunter like created the a status that he was in a relationship, Candace's comments underneath, and she says like, "With who, your hand?" And like her comments are just really
Yeah,
weird.
she's inappropriate.
Mm-hmm. How old would he have been then? 14? He's 15
Just
now, right?
gross. They're the type, yeah, he's 15 now. They're the type of people, like, so when I was younger growing up, my parents were really good parents, but we went to my aunt's house all the time. We partied and stuff. And on those weekends, like for football games, not all every weekend, but football games and stuff. So weird to think I'm my parents' age now. You know what I mean? But whatever. That's a whole nother subject. But anyway, so but like we got to stay up till like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like a free for all. The cousins were all running around. And I think that's what these kids' life was like all the time.
Yeah, I
I
bet
don't think
it
there was
was.
ever structure. Yeah.
That's sad. So I know what you're going to say to this one. What about Hunter being with mom? Or no, I'm sorry. Summer having on new school clothes, her new school clothes.
I think that's nothing. I think summer gets chilly, she gets hot. My kids do it to me all summer long. They get in the pool because they're hot. They get out. Now they're cold. They had the school clothes in the trunk so that they didn't get messy and get lost in the chaos of the house. They pulled the clothes out and put them on her. That's what I think.
Um, Yeah, okay,
Oh,
let
can
me
you
ask you
really?
something though before we go any further. So let's say like none of them are a big deal. What about all of them together? All of like if several things aren't shady, but like a combination of the things together, do you think that that's kind of shady
Yeah,
or
yeah. Like
no?
overall,
Yeah,
without a doubt, there's definitely a lot of weird shit going on.
yeah,
Weird. Too many red flags become one big red flag, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, okay, Hunter claiming Candace bought him alcohol and vapes.
Yeah. I think that they had a very inappropriate relationship. I think Candace and her mindset thinks she's a teenager. I don't think she knows any difference between her and underage. I don't think there's a, you know,
Oh, you're probably right because I'd say she's been using since she was a teenager, and we know that
yeah,
that kind of, yeah.
you get stuck in the mind state of the age you began using that.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, the kids was in here. Okay, what's the next one? Okay, what about the parents' criminal records, and what about the fact of some of those charges are, domestic abuse charges and stuff?
Yeah, I think they were wilding out, man. I think they were some drug addicts out there, you know, wild, wild west style out there fighting over drugs, drinking, affairs, underage people coming up and partying. I think they were pieces of shit, but I don't think that equates to murdering their child.
Yeah. Okay. So what about if they were so, like, say Candace was super messed up and not that Summer got away or was taken, but what about if an accident happened and then she covered it up? You know what I mean?
Here's
Didn't
my
want to be in
thing.
trouble.
We're dealing with people that have the mind state of teenagers and are drug addicts, alcoholics, and they they overshare things. I do not think these two people have enough between the two of them to cover up a crime scene and get away with it. Absolutely do not.
Yeah. A lot of
I
people
do
I've heard.
unfortunately think Summer is dead. I do. Do you? What do you think, Alex?
Oh, I sometimes think that, but I wonder about the chances of maybe an illegal adoption or, and then you think about the kids that are kidnapped and held for years and years and years. And what's that
Yeah,
girl's name that escaped? Um,
yeah. Smart Smith.
yep,
There's
Elizabeth
a
Smart.
few of them. Yeah, yeah.
Jody,
There could be a chance that she's alive out there. In my gut, I don't feel like she is, but that's only because I don't. But I don't know. It depends which avenue you think what happened. Do you think she was murdered by her family? Do you think it was an accident and cover up, or do you think I don't know.
like even Will told me this because I told him, I'm like, it makes no sense to me that.
Oh, our friend Kat's back. Real quick, Allie. Hey, Kat. I'm glad you came back after your little tantrum earlier. Welcome back, honey. This
Yeah.
is what true crime on the internet. This is what we do. A lot of speculation, a lot of debating. This is the internet. We are not your local news station. Stay tuned. You might hear something you like. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. So, yeah, the glare was saying.
he I told him that I'm like, I don't see
Look at her.
someone someone abducting her from
Oh,
her house.
Allie, I'm sorry, my ego just went out the window. Oh, she
What
doesn't like
happened?
me anymore. Um,
Well, okay,
Never even seen her name before. So yeah,
what are the chances of, I told him, what are the chances of someone going to a place like that to abduct a child? They would just go to a park or a school. And he's like, what if someone followed them home? And that's possible
yeah.
too, you know?
Well, and she posts all those TikToks of her. She's a gorgeous little girl. That baby is beautiful, and she's black value. I'm sorry, she is the black market value. She's blonde hair, blue eyes, little white girl. That is what these. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry to say it, but very
Yeah.
well somebody could have seen that little girl and snatched her up. There's no doubt about it. And then you look at the neighbors. Look at all the shady neighbors nearby. What about that weirdo that accidentally left a voicemail? How weird was he?
Yeah. Hold on one sec. I'm going to walk out. I'm taking the computer outside. 'Cause I need
No
a new
problem.
cigarette.
True crimes based on facts, y'all. Yeah. If you want to go to 48 hours.
People are crazy. They just
Sam
are.
Sarah, she was in here trolling me earlier. She's very unkind. My patience has ran very thin with her. I'm glad she's back, but it's always with this ignorance. I don't understand the ignorance. Yes, there's a big problem. There is. You think so, Eva? Oh, you didn't know, but you guys haven't heard about that voicemail?
Hold on one
Does
second.
anybody
Tell him
have the
about that,
voicemail you
and
can send me?
I'm gonna mute you for a second, and you tell him about it, and let me talk to the kids for just a sec.
Okay. So there was a voicemail that the creepy neighbor left. If anybody has it, if you could send it to me, that would be great. Um, the one that he immediately shaved his beard, changed his looks, and ran off. Um, God, what's his name? Somebody in the chat has to know this guy's name. He's very suspicious. But he had a really weird voicemail where and then the wife actually messaged the woman and said, "Can you delete that?" Ah, Dobbs. It was Dobbs. It was Dobbs. You guys haven't heard the voicemail. Oh my goodness, I gotta find it for you. Yeah, Jackie Dobbs. Thank you, General Jones. Jackie Dobbs. Oh shit, Dobbs. Yeah. The voicemail was from like his wife and him speaking, and it was like a pocket dial. She didn't mean to leave it, and it was very weird. It was very, and you can you could hear what it sounds like allegedly Candace in the background.
Yep, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, yeah. And the wife was like, basically, yeah, I'm horny, and he's like, well, you better ask God. It was weird.
mm,
Some of the best coverage on this case. There's so many places caffeinated slug. I suggest you stay away from MGL, Bullhorn Betty. I can tell you where to stay away from. Alex has good coverage on it. CDT, um, Amber Truth Seeker, Unmasked has good coverage on it. Um, The Glare has good coverage on it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the voice. I got to get that voicemail. Let me check. My message is going off.
okay, yeah, and you guys should watch a variety of places because you got to get it from all perspectives. That's what I like to do. Like if I'm trying to learn about a case, I want to hear a few different people's point of view. That way, I can kind of make up my own mind based on all of it instead of just one person's point of view or whatever.
Here, Ellie, I got the voicemail. I just sent it to you, but I'm going to play it real quick without you guys hearing it. Yeah, stay away from these ones. And then, okay. She just made a video too. Perfect. I'm going to listen to this voicemail message real quick and see if we can play it. All right. So you take over for a
Okay.
second.
Okay. Let's see what you. I'm going to read y'all's comments. This case is so incredibly sad, but I don't know the details when it comes to kids. It affects me. I've heard a lot of people say that, like people that like true crime, they just don't like cases about kids and stuff. For me, that's the ones that I want to talk about. That's the ones I get the most passionate about. With Summer, I mean, there's days when I think about her when I wake up, when I'm going to bed. It's just, you guys know how it is. There's like cases that grab your heart and they grab your mind, and they all you can do is think about them. And I don't know, and you never know which one's gonna do it. I don't know. Wolfie.
Are you able to open Messenger and play it? It's
Yeah.
Amanda Esfita's video. She won't mind us playing it. I'm gonna link her channel.
Yeah. Hold on one
Um,
second.
and then if you wouldn't mind playing that,
Okay, let me stop the screen share for a minute and then get it, and then I'll.
he makes me mad sometimes. He makes me mad sometimes too. Yeah, they're little baby faces. I mean, my gosh, how many times have we literally cried about it, Alex?
I
Like you're
know.
doing something like enjoying your day, and then you remember, and you're like, ah, how does this happen?
Mm,
Yeah, he
okay.
got 10,000 today. That's right. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it's at the end, but we can just play the entirety out of respect so that we're not. Yeah, the West Boys. That's another one. In that case,
Oh
I
my
think the
god.
parents are very much on it. I think they did it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That case. Oh, I was thinking I'm gonna try to go through like red flags in the Watts case on, with NK, with Crit, with even from the other point of view. If you have any for our next thing, I'm gonna type them out the same way, like different points for us to go over. But okay, I got the
Yeah.
video. One sec.
What
Because
is ST?
Shadow
ST,
Legends.
ST. I don't know what ST is. The Cash Gurney case just tears me up. And never mind. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it. Don't say it, Jess.
don't say it, Jess. Wait, I do not have it set where. Oh, I'm gonna redo it anyways. I was gonna say where you know how you can like share audio or not or whatever. Oh,
Yeah,
Ganon Stalk is one that. Oh,
yeah. Alex covered that one in depth. She got that one covered. Why it's a
I'm gonna.
horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow it all the way until that little hussy is locked in jail for the rest of her life.
Amen. Well, even that case of the little baby that I did the video on before I wanted anybody knowing that I was Granny, and I had to do
Yeah.
that horrible voiceover. Oh, that poor baby. Oh,
Oh,
it
wasn't
kills
that
me.
like in the dog cage and stuff, right? Was that the
Yes. Yep. The adoptive parents. Yep.
unbelievable? Okay. Let's see. Share screen.
They get and understand people can harm vulnerable populations like children. Oh. There's a female psychologist from the UK who's good coverage. I don't want to put another channel's name in the chat. Michelle After Dark. What? She's not a psychologist though, but I know. I don't know.
Oh, I
Special
know.
posted. In his story, she jumped in vehicle and tried to look for summer, but when Don came home, the boys we were all searching.
What is her name? Is it like Jess? I know what it is.
Is she good?
I mean, I don't watch her like that. I don't know if she's good or bad or anything about her. But it's of thought. Is that who it is? Isn't that a?
Live abuse free. You can say it because we're
Jules.
just going to be up here playing the guessing game. It could be as simple as
Okay, yeah.
honestly.
I think I've heard. I think Jules of Thought is a female psychologist, right?
Oh, is she?
I think so. I think I've heard that before, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, it is Live Abuse.
Everybody's saying abuse free. Yeah. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry.
Is my
I'm
screen
sorry you've
sharing?
experienced that. No.
Is it,
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. I got to add you. Duh. Who put me in charge anyway? All right, let me make it bigger.
I like when you're in charge. You're doing a great job, Jess. You
Oh,
have a
stop
way
it.
of no. You have a way of like.
No.
let me
I
finish. You
love
have
you.
a way of engaging with your chat and stuff in a way. It's like I don't know. I just think that you're gonna do really great. You're super endearing but real, and I don't know. I love you too. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't mean to laugh at that, but
No, it was funny. I know you weren't laughing like that. Okay.
I mean, I don't know the lady, so I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Okay.
The comment was pretty funny, and then I realized I was clipping the wrong comment.
Okay, should I turn it down so I can hear you? Just let me know if I need to stop or change something, or something like that. Okay,
Okay.
or if it echoes.
You pick your champions, they're glorious, and they're...
Hey everybody, welcome back. So earlier I made a live about JD and his involvement, or what I feel could be his involvement in the Summer Wells case. And for now, what we know is just his involvement as being a neighbor transient. But one thing that I was able to put together was JD's wife had accidentally sent someone in the Summer Wells area an audio that they found was a little bit weird, and it got sent to me, and I am now playing it just because I think it's something that should be brought up. Please use your best judgment when viewing this information and listening to this audio. Please don't go reaching out to these people, as many people have already reached out to them and tried to get answers, and what we know is what we're showing you. Again, this has all been shared with TBI already, so it's not something that you need to go out and share, but I am sharing it with you guys and condensing it so you all understand. Also, his wife has filed for divorce as of recent. I have questions, and also listen to this audio.
Amanda always has the questions. Sorry, here comes the audio.
Good, don't it? Boy, I know that look up good that night you wrinkled that.
I said it makes me horny. God wants me horny.
Who? Who wants you that way?
God.
God.
God makes me horny.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me to you as a present.
You might have to give him back.
You knew what to do with it.
You might have to give him back, honey. But you might have to do.
That would make me horny.
You are that. Dr. Rob. Yeah, all right. Here, go around for a little while. I'll be right. Yeah, you're under early now. We're going to reach on that there.
So thank you for coming a member, Betty Petty. So that I know it's hard to hear, but it was a pocket dial, so you got to keep that in mind. But basically, the wife is saying, "I'm so, aroused," and he's saying like, "Oh well, you better do something about it." This was the neighbor Dobbs. He is very shady, very shady. And then at the end, you hear what sounds like Summer, right? I mean, not Summer. I'm sorry. It sounds like Candace at the end.
Yeah,
I sound like she said Don, but somebody said she said God.
I don't know.
God
That's
makes me horny.
Dawn or God, either. I don't know. And then Candace says, "What? I'm driving around," or I don't know. It's hard
Yeah,
to-
they said something like, "What are you up to today?" No, it sounded like he didn't want to screw her, and he was telling her, "You better find something else then. Tell God to, It was weird.
Yeah.
Yes, the drunk one who wanted the grandma. I think. I don't know. He was weird.
Did you know that Grandma was like with a woman that she's
Oh no, is she? I didn't know that. Oh, actually, I did hear that before. Yeah,
yeah.
he's definitely sketch. He's weird. It was God makes me horny. It was the whole thing was weird, but it was a pocket dial, and when the woman, hey, Winter Moon Ray, I seen you earlier. When the woman accidentally pocketed dialed it to somebody through Messenger, she was begging her to delete it. Can we play it again? Can you play it again, Alex, or is it too many steps?
No,
It's up
I
to you.
can do it. I don't care. I think I still even might have it up. Do I? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Listen close, guys. I know it's hard to hear, but it's in there. Yeah. Sexuality don't bother me one bit. Get down with your
Yeah.
bad selves.
No, I don't care.
We are
Obviously, I'm just saying it's interesting. It's just something interesting to note. You said that he was into her. That's why I said it. That he was trying to get with Grandma or whatever.
Yeah, the wife was begging for it to be deleted. We are talking about the Summer Wells case. We have different perspectives.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently.
Was that a
Okay,
StreamYard
ready?
ad?
Yeah, I never seen one before.
Me neither.
Does everyone know who Dobbs is? He's really weird.
He lives like on their like uh
Yeah, he's
near
pretty
them,
much
but
on
he's
their
like
property.
homeless for yeah.
And he quickly moved away, shaved his face, changed his appearance. He had a lot of really weird videos on, so a lot of people don't know. Can you play her video from the beginning, Alex? Because it's actually really good. It points out how shady Dodds is.
Yeah. She has a kind of she's always kind of stood up for the parents. I've been,
Hey,
talked
everybody.
on
Welcome.
panels with her. Teresa was on one. And she's always kind of taken that point of view. She said, when I was little, my uncle had a really dirty house, but that was where
Yes, the
kids
best
had the most
time she ever
fun.
had.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
But,
this is
okay.
Amanda S. Vita's video that we're playing.
Welcome back. So earlier I made a live about JD and his involvement, or what I feel could be his involvement in the Summer Wells case. And for now, what we know is just his involvement as being a neighbor transient. But one thing that I was able to put together was JD's wife had accidentally sent someone in the Summer Wells area an audio that they found was a little bit weird, and it got sent to me, and I am now playing it just because I think it's something that should be brought up. Please use your best judgment when viewing this information and listening to this audio. Please don't go reaching out to these people, as many people have already reached out to them and tried to get answers, and what we know is what we're showing you. Again, this has all been shared with TBI already, so it's not something that you need to go out and share, but I am sharing it with you guys and condensing it so you all understand. Also, his wife has filed for divorce as of recent. I have questions, and also listen to this audio.
Because
Hey,
I
that
said,
looks good, don't it? Boy, that know that look up good. That now you wrinkled that.
I said it makes me horny. God wants me horny.
Who? Who wants you that way?
God.
God.
God makes me horny.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me to you as a present.
You might have to give him back.
You knew what to do with it.
You might have to give him back, honey. But you might have to do.
That would make me horny.
You are that. Dr. Rob. Yeah, all right. Here, go around for a little while. Yeah, you're thunder early enough. We're going to
Yeah, so Candace, at the end, he says, Candace, what are you all up to? And she says, driving around. The wife says, God wants me horny. And he says, who? God. And she says, God. He gave me you as a present. And the husband said, yeah, well, I might as well give it on back. Like, he was definitely dismissing her. Yeah, it was, yeah, that, right. I mean, that was weird. So he was saying that to it was him and his wife. She accidentally pocket dialed it to somebody. It was odd, it was weird, and it shows what type of people were right around this little girl, which is what's the most concerning. Whoa, the screen looks so trippy right now. What is going on there?
That's so funny. It's where I'm
StreamYard inside StreamYard inside StreamYard.
It's where I'm you're sharing my screen, but I'm looking at the comments, so it's just yeah. Thank you, Louisiana girl. But okay.
No, you're not blocked.
Pulling this back up.
You're not blocked. We see you. So that was Amanda Espita.
We will never
for the
get
record.
through. Oh, sorry. We will never get through 60, Jess. I know it, but
there's 60 of them. Oh my goodness.
But that's okay. We don't have to get through them all. I mean, we're having good conversation either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So parents lost custody of children in the past. Yeah. And then I feel like they kind of matured a tiny bit. They should have lost custody of all the kids prior. It shouldn't have taken for Summer to disappear for them to lose custody.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Those kids could have been in a better place that, you know.
And the
Sorry
fact
about
that her first child was beaten over the head with a bat, that's very concerning.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's one of the like the biggest red flags of all. And even if it wasn't her, like when you're the mom, it is up to you. That's how I feel.
Oh,
There are so
it
many
is.
instances that I've had to, I don't know, look out for my kids by myself. And that's what I'll do. And I don't care to do it. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So I don't.
Right. I was definitely dropping my membership link. See, I was being shady, y'all. My bad. I was really low key trying to trick you guys into a membership. My apologies. Tell me if this one works, please. Remi, I'm sorry.
Well, you have to drop your membership link because if you got an iPhone, some people want to join in the
Oh,
kids.
yeah, there you go. That's so funny. That was so dumb of me. This whole time I thought I was dropping Amanda's link and I was dropping my own membership. I did that earlier. I thought I was dropping Jace's little channel, and he's like, "That's self-advertising." And I'm like, "I know, bud." And then somebody said that was my channel. I'm like, "Yeah, that was my channel." And he was like, "Now you're really self-advertising."
Oh my God, his clown picture, his it picture, that was so good. Even the
Wasn't
eyes
that good?
in the movie,
I
it
got to get
reminded.
that video back up.
Oh, it's so good. His eyes in the movie look just like that too. I don't know. I just thought he did such a good job.
He is talented. But that shows you how, like, my kid's not deathly ill. Like, he's talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, these people made it out to be. But anyway, what do
Dude,
you
you
think
are.
about the kids?
Well, let me just say that just because your kids are sick, you're at home with them. You're on the computer, but you're at home. You're not dragging them in and out of places. You're trying, you know what I mean? You're trying to keep them at home and stay away from other people in case you guys have COVID. And you're being like responsible and doing the right thing. What are you supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Right.
You're
Ridiculous. Um, so the kid thing is a rumor. Which kid thing? Because it's actually verified that her son does have was beat as a baby. That's not a rumor.
her
And
ex-husband
so
was super abusive and stuff.
we we understood. Just me. I agree. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sometimes babies are taken without reason or rhyme.
That's true. That is true. I can't argue with that. I've seen it happen myself. So
Oh,
I think our
Remy,
whole
thank you.
CPS system needs. It's just so, it's responsible for so many kids going missing and stuff. It's ridiculous. Hold on one second.
Yeah, Andrew.
I messed,
Welcome, Wolfie. Thank you.
I messed up and got Bentley a karaoke microphone for Christmas, and it has like the
Oh,
speaker in it, so he can turn it on and get really loud.
girl, that's just like this piano. I'm like, but thank goodness it came with headphones. Can you stick headphones in his microphone?
Probably.
You probably can.
Uh-huh. But
Okay.
that's so funny because we get our kids noisy gifts and then we're like, oh, just stop doing it. And that's since they're like,
Usually I gift other parents noisy gifts. If I don't like the parents and it's like a birthday party, I'm like, here's a flute.
a recorder.
Amen, Sam
Okay, so
Sarah.
what about Don and his very bizarre Facebook rants?
They were weird. Like the religious ones and those type of weird ones, or
Yeah, and then even like some of the things he would say about Summer. Let's. I don't even know if I have this in the list, but this is like one of the types of things he would say on Facebook. I do believe this was in a video interview, but he says like 2 or 3 days after she goes missing, he'll see her in the resurrection.
yeah.
He said weird
It's all
stuff
weird.
like that.
Well, so here's my thing. Don supposedly was in recovery, right? He claimed like he's like reformed, right? Came out of jail. A lot of people when they go, my daughter's father is always a jail. Oh, the Saudi one, thank you. He's always a religious jail person. When he gets to jail, he's religious. Don seems to me like he was one of those people. Whenever he got in trouble, when he became religious. But this time I feel like they felt like they had a family with the church because let's remember the small town they live in is all like the judge, the mayor, like everybody's related. So they find this weird church. The church is weird. I'm sorry. I'm not speaking against religion. Just totally saying the church was weird. Beating our brains out, he said.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if he found like comfort and the church and believing. Oh, I don't know. This is weird. What do you think? Because I don't know.
I don't know. I think I like
Thank yous.
at least that he's vocal, because mom is not that vocal, and I feel like that's way worse. But also some of the stuff he says, like the resurrection comment, and some of the and a lot of people that do commit heinous crimes, they become super religious afterwards, and I think that they
Well,
have
look at
to.
Natasha Cooper.
Well, I'm saying,
You
like,
know, I know.
well,
I'm kidding. I know what you're saying.
yeah, but I'm talking about like actual, like, people who are stuck in jail. A lot of them turn into. Oh, there's a lot of bad super religious people though, in and
I
outside
agree.
of jail. But that's what they do, and I almost wonder if they do it to like make a deal with their conscience, that they're
I
actually.
think no. You know what I think it is, Alex? I think it's a way to make them appear better to the outside world.
Ooh,
I think
that's a
it's
lot of
like a
manipulation. It could
most
be.
people I know that become like jailhouse religious. It is always for their own perception.
It's crazy to try to like get parole, or get like you know just make people think that you're behaving and doing the right thing. Probably, but do you think that's why Dawn was doing it?
Um, no, because I honestly don't believe Don's guilty of anything except for sheer ignorance.
Hmm. But he has and this is on the
Yeah.
list. We can say though he has been accused of some pretty heinous things too, and but to
Hmm.
him, and he says, like, let's talk about that. His sister, because it's at the end, but I believe his stepsister, and some of her friends came out with some accusations against him of SA when they were kids. But Dawn was also a kid. He was 12. She was only 5, though. He talked about it in a way as if they were both complicit and they're both equally responsible. And I don't feel that way, but if he feels that way, then he's probably not, repenting for it and apologizing, to praying for forgiveness over that. So, but what do you think about those accusations and stuff? Do you think that's a red flag? And especially Summers was 5 when she went missing.
The SA allegations.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a trigger warning.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
go ahead and trigger warn everybody. This is a trigger warning.
Sorry.
No,
Well,
it's okay.
yeah.
I'm going to say, um, I refuse to put on Summer's name that she was. I think that is really unfair to do.
Yeah.
Um, Don was a child at the time himself, and I think the blame needs to go onto his parents. Where were the parents then? I
Yeah.
think bringing that out brought out another circus, and it took the attention off of Summer Wells and brought it onto other things. I see how in one way it is relevant, but on the other hand, I feel like it's not.
Yeah.
My condolences to every SA survivor out there. I am one myself. I know how difficult it is. I just cannot wrap my brain around the timing of coming forward with it, and to YouTube of all places. I can't.
That's
Um,
what, yeah, that's one thing that Cher was saying when it was happening. Like, why are you bringing this to YouTube? This is, hello, we're not focusing on Summer. Like, this is important, sure, but, we're not focusing on Summer. So, interesting.
right. And again, he was also a child himself. So do you blame the 12-year-old? Or do you have to consider what else was happening in that household for the 12-year-old to even do that with the 5-year-old, the 5-year-old with the 12-year-old? They were all children. I just refuse. I can't.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that Ron has like a higher awareness, of course, at 12 versus 5, but also
Oh,
you're right.
undoubtedly. Undoubtedly.
The parents they should have been watching. There's no absolute reason that should have happened, and especially for as long as they claim. Also, like I've said before, there's a reason why. Okay, Chris McDonough helped those women press charges, and there's a reason why police haven't went through with that. Now, I don't know if
Right.
I'm not saying it didn't happen or anything. We know it happened. Don admitted it, but there is a reason why they haven't went through with them. So
I agree completely. Yeah. And again, I feel like that was a whole different situation that had time and a place, and this wasn't the time nor the place. That's what started this circus of a case, and it took away from Summer.
yeah, it did. It did kind of like make it a huge circus. And then after that, we have, the prank call about him being arrested for these things. And you know what I mean? And that made it even more of a circus. And, oh,
For the prank call, I have another opinion on that sways against the masses. I don't think Don thought that was going to come onto YouTube. I think they were trying to figure out who the mole was, and obviously the person who released that call was the mole. Did they go about it in an idiotic way? Yes, but are they idiots? Absolutely. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I think people were trying to make that bigger than what it was, and he was like, "Listen, we just want to know who the mole was. Who's the one that was doing? You know what I mean? Who's telling everybody the stuff we're saying?" And they narrowed it down. They found out who the and it. Don't get me started, girl, because even the way she responded was awkward for me to make me wonder. I don't want to upset too many people, but what are your thoughts on the phone call?
I just so disagree with that because, like, I get what you're saying, though. I totally do. But it really pissed me off. And it's not only, I get what you're saying. And I think that you're probably right to an extent. He didn't think it was going to come onto YouTube like it did. But he was, like, kind of like, okay, just 24 hours before that, he said that sent that $50,000 text that he owes $50,000 to the, and mentions organized crime. I forget, but Jay releases it, but it was sent to share. But you know what I'm talking about. So I feel like he was trying to pull a prank then too. I really do. I think that he was thinking that and he's even made claims that, we'll get $1 million if I pretend I'm confessing. And then at the end, I'll tell him that, it's not true or things like that, like $1 million TV deal. He said,
you know what? I don't believe that. I know that's the way that person put that out there, but I don't believe that. I mean, I believe it because we've seen it, but I believe he said it more of the format of, because look at the relationship them two have. That person's a troll. I'm sorry. I know you respect them a lot. I don't. I think that person does get down and dirty in that format, and she says something to make him feel comfortable enough to say, hey, what if I, for $1 million said I'll tell everything, and at the end I start confessing my love for Christ. I think that was completely set up and used at this person's benefit, put it in her pocket. I think she trolled a lot of that. I do.
Y'all can put the lid on that. That candle, put the lid on that. Put the lid on the candle.
Put the lid on the candle.
Trenton still didn't understand me either. Like, it's through a door, but it's flat. You can hear me. But anyways, see, for me, I don't know. I feel like this. When you have a 5-year-old missing, there's got to be better things you could be doing with your time. You have the whole world trying to help you, and people really do care. And I just didn't like the prank. I felt like Candace was the one who really ticked me off with that. Her acting, and she could have been drunk, and I believe she was wasted, and that's why it was so easy or maybe she was actually crying. And
she might have been really thinking about Summer and crying for all we know.
Yeah, there could have been drunk and like doing the, how it is when you're drunk and emotional and stuff. But the acting and stuff, I didn't like it. I felt like you are playing way too many games to have a 5-year-old baby missing. You know what I mean?
Right, but who brought it to YouTube?
Yeah.
Who brought it to the masses? They're playing games too. Quite frankly, a lot of people are playing games and they're helping Don and Candace continue the games.
Yeah, that's true. It is. And then, we have YouTubers that will take advantage and will, do whatever they can to get views, which makes it
Yeah.
a nasty thing. And then you have the press game in general is dirty. When you have people rushing to get this video out and be the first, you know what I mean, and be the first one out, there's so many people that will play dirty in that game. There's a lot of people
Yep.
who are good, honest people, but there is so many people that will take advantage of it. And it's just
Well, let's not forget the voicemail we just played the other day. Tell him we'll SSD for an interview. I mean, come on. This is like, it's disgusting. That's disgusting. Jokingly or not, that is such a nasty thing to say. Yeah,
yeah, it is. Hold on just one
that's
second, Jess. Let me tell them to get that candle out. I'm sorry. One sec.
no problem. Yeah, they clickbait. They're terrible. And the person that came forward with it, well, Don said before he was going to set up a prank. Blah blah blah. That person played games on this little girl's name too. Good night, Louisiana girl. Um, so I don't know. I don't. End of the day, they're not upstate. Right. Exactly. Exactly. And listen, you have two drunken fools at home. Their whole world fell apart. They have somebody that keeps calling them, acting like they're a friend, and they're not a friend. They want to find out who this person that's not really a friend is. So they make this ridiculous prank call that was absolutely ridiculous. But who hasn't done some dumb shit, especially when you're drunk, high, whatever it may be, and grieving? I mean,
Now,
people
I'll tell
pretended
you,
to be these people's friends.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
people did just to get info out on them, and they'll go on YouTube and openly admit it. I've heard it, and I don't even know who they are. I've just heard like clips on in different
Yeah.
instances of people that are like, yeah, I pretended to be your friend, and and
So gross.
yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Let me get back to the list, but I want to talk really with you. I want it since I know how you feel about the parents, and me and you both think that Candace could be suspicious, right? And she kind of has
She's
her,
hiding something. Yeah.
yeah. But what about the church? How do you feel?
The church is weird.
Let's talk about Robin first. Let me see. I know I have a couple about her. Okay.
Yep. Hunter's not the nephew. He was really close friends. His mom was really close friends with Candace. They were really good friends. So I guess he's kind of like a nephew, but it's really just a family friend. Lord, please help us all. Amen.
Okay. This was somebody put this in that asked me to add it to the list on my channel. The Robin's references to Candace calling several times the day Summer went missing. Didn't call her back, but answered David. So I don't know. We'll skip that one though, just since that wasn't my red flag. I want to kind of go. Okay.
There's my wrench.
Robin was weirdly happy, excited to go searching for Summer. Do you remember that?
Robin's weirdly happy, excited to go searching.
She said she was going to pack snacks and all that stuff. Going home to pack snacks and get the way she. There's a video of it.
I know what you're saying. She was too chippery. Like we weren't going on like a walk through the woods. We're going to look for a missing little girl, and she was more like, "Oh, I'll go get the snacks and the juice boxes and let's go," like that type of thing.
And you know how her personality is.
Robin is a church member. She was also really close with Summer. She was Summer's teacher. Summer adored her. She was often holding Summer, paying attention to Summer. Massive fires in Boulder County. Oh no, my prayers. I didn't even hear about that. I hope everybody's safe, Penny.
You know how her personality
allegedly.
Is. She's so happy.
She's a chipperty person.
And she's really almost naive acting. Do you believe that?
Do you think so, or do you think she's purely ignorant? Do you think she tries to play naive?
I think she
or do you
does.
think she's naive?
You know why? Well, I think she plays it because her ex-husband was an addict, and if the rumors are true, which I don't know if they are or not, but people say that she went through hell with that. So I believe that she has to be up to speed on some of the some of the worst parts of the world, because as you know, and I know, in active addiction, that's where life really can get dark, and I think that when you witness that, you don't walk away naive. But that's
I think she pretends to be like this sweet, naive woman, but Man, there's a lot of red flags with that woman. If my eyes weren't on Hunter, they'd be on her. There's a lot of flags with her.
Okay, well, let's talk about this. We hear that there's a Toyota
Amen,
Tacoma
Virginia.
that police are looking for, and a red one with ladder racks or whatever you call those, with the racks on top. So
Yeah.
the police have still to this day never found the truck, but Robin has recently bought the same truck, the exact same kind of truck. But when she first went missing, she was passing around flyers, and she marked it out on the flyers and put, what did she write? She basically said it's been rolled out or whatever. And
it wasn't rolled out.
No, but she
Right.
said she saw it on social media as it's a rumor.
Well, no. Shut up, Robin. Shut up, Robin. Put the marker down and sit your ass at home. Whether you saw something on social media or not does not mean you take a marker, you go around town and find every missing flyer poster you can and cross out that information.
Yeah.
No. Not buying it.
I don't either. And it's like, dude, if the police say, it's been rolled out, that's one thing. But not when you hear it on Facebook. Come on.
No, and I don't believe it. Look, to be crystal clear, I am not. That's Robin Lane. Thank you in advance. How not who? What did I miss? Oh, how can she not see how serious situation on that hill is? Raw. Then we have that, right? So here's the other weird thing, Alex, and I don't see this on your list. How about the fact that Robin was supposed to babysit Summer that day?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah, she was set to babysit Summer that day. But her one daughter wasn't feeling well, or her one child, whatever, and then the other one had a dance recital.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did not know
So that's
that.
weird. Let me see this. And I suspect her from the beginning, but that sweetness could be a coping mechanism. It could be, but she was also weird, like, oh, I'll come on, but I don't know much about it, so I'll have to have, what was it, her priest, or I'm sorry, I'm not religious, you guys. Her pastor come on too.
Because she doesn't really know what she believes. Like, he knows why they believe how they do.
Well, Jake, I hope that's a joke. The other day, Bullhorn Betty was like, the hills have eyes and ears, and so do the people. And I'm like, that's literally what the saying means. That the hills don't have, the people that live on the hill. I mean, whatever. All right. I hope you're joking, Jake.
I didn't know that, but
I have to know what is going on. Do you think the church is involved in some weird shit, Alex? Because I kind of do. Oh,
I do
cool,
too.
my Melody.
I've
You do
always thought
too?
they were suspicious. I don't know what, but I'll tell you what. I know that if you can find survivors of those churches online. I did a lot of research into them, and they're similar to like Jehovah's Witness church, where if one of them, which there's a lot of great people at churches like that. I know a lady that's a Jehovah's Witness. She's the most kind, awesome. She believes wholeheartedly in what she believes in, but she's a great person. But she told me herself that if someone like beats their wife or does something like that, and they're honest with the preacher, they will not call the police. They handle it inside the church. They are against actually involving authorities and that kind of thing.
That's how the Amish are. Yeah.
They're against the government in any way, really, at all, because they are not they don't think of themselves as even under that government. They're under God's government, basically. And so I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that we'll never know that go on.
And what did they do? They went and took the baby's toys and threw them out. Right? They went to clean the Wells house and they took Summer's toys and threw them out.
Well, Robin says that they were in the church, and not in the church. The kids from the church cleaned Summer's toys. So,
not cleaned out. Well, why did the church people clean Summer's toys? Where were the church people prior to Summer's disappearance?
kids had fun cleaning Summer's toys for you, or cleaning your toys for you. We wish that you were here. I forget how she says it, but it was so odd.
The
But yeah,
kids had fun cleaning the toy. The kids cleaned the toys. The kids of the church.
Yeah, the kids of the church. Yeah, yep.
Oh, what the fuck is happening in that church, yo?
Like,
What
come
is
on,
happening?
come clean the toys of the missing girl that goes to church with you that we don't know.
Right, like you remember your little friend Summer that was in class that disappeared randomly one day? Remember all the searches and the police knocking door, all the signs of your friend that's missing. But here, we're gonna clean her toys, guys. Come on, sit down. Sharon is Karen. What the hell? That is so weird.
I know, it is so weird. You can find the recording of it. Oh shoot. There we go. On YouTube. It was on Christmas, I believe, and they're kind of like wishing her, like talking about Summer and remembering her for Christmas.
And you know how weird it is too? Robin's always like, hee, hi everybody, hee, like that giddy, like
Yeah.
you know that one person that's always giddy, and you're like, bro, shut up, like shut up, like
Yeah,
always
you are way
happy
too
and
happy.
yes, she's
Like,
weird.
You can be like a nice, sweet person and not be naive and not be like that, like fake happy all the time. But she's like, just, I don't know. She's like on another level of that kind of thing. You know what I mean? And to have been, like I said, to have an ex-husband who like suffered through drug addiction and everything. And that may have been why they ultimately ended their relationship. That's kind of the way I took it, but that's just my perception of like what I saw. So I don't know. I just don't see you being that naive and silly.
And were these toys the church's toys for Summer, or were they Summer's toys from her house? Because I can't imagine Summer had her own toys at church.
They're from her house, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, Spooky. By the way, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Yeah, I would think they were from her house. That's weird.
I could probably find the clip really quick. I think. Hold on, let me look while we talk for a second. Just
Vicky's a little delayed in the chat, guys. They can tell she's at the video.
okay. So while I look for this, what about Robin always being with? She was with Candace during the interview with Chris McDonough. It's like almost as if Robin.
She's watching her.
Yeah. Yep. To
Yeah.
make sure something that I don't know, but yeah, she's.
And that
watching
might
over
be
the
why.
interview.
Yeah, we just solved it. The church is guilty. And that is why Candace is so upset and we feel like she's holding something back. It might be the church. It might be. I mean, allegedly, in my opinion, without any valid.
It could
I'm just
be.
speaking.
I'm thinking if that's the case, and I've thought about this, illegal adoption. And those churches are known as, someone in my chat said that there's it wouldn't be the first that people have heard of that happening.
Well,
My dad-
but
my-
why is she always there, Mr. Tomato Head? She's always in the background lingering. I
I
don't know.
found it from Evil Exist, a channel called Evil Exist. Do you want to play it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's
I've
only
heard
2
about it.
minutes. Okay.
Pause in
This is
between
silly.
so we can get some fair use,
That's what I was going to do.
just in
yeah.
case. All right, thank you. Timid
Um,
girls, drugs, or Jesus? Yes. I know, Lisa Hobbs. Like, I'm like pouring my coffee at Wawa, and they're all like chipperty, like, "How you doing?" And I'm like,
My dad just
You should
came,
hear-
opened the- and gave me a peace sign and then shut the door back.
"Shut up." Oh, that's funny. That's cute, actually. There are many organized religions. Yeah.
Okay.
Plant-based material that's not only extremely durable, but also quite flexible, making
You know what? I was actually muted. That's the other thing. Don had just recently started attending that church, right? So you have this little girl who's clearly neglected. She is, all of the kids neglected. She's clearly deprived of attention. Look at her, always in Robin's arms. She's always running around. I mean, at church, you're taught to sit down and be still, but not when your parents are Don and Candace, right? You have Candace sleeping,
Yeah.
you know? So the church might have seen this as the perfect opportunity. Like, here's this little girl, we need to save her. Let's get her into a better family. Save her, get her into a better family. I don't know, just allegedly saying.
Yep. That's what I
And that's
thought
when
too.
C&D get
Not.
up to no good. She should linger more
Or
often. Mr. Tomato
offer
Head.
them or offer them something they can't resist, an offer they can't resist. Oh, Mr. Tomato Head, yes, hey, how are you? They asked me whenever on one of my red flag videos if I would do a green flag video, like of things that make the parents look innocent, and I told them that tonight I would be talking to you and you kind of have a similar point of view with certain things, like you think they're innocent and stuff. So yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Church. The church has their own YouTube channel and posts videos of their church service on there. Like many churches, Kingsport SDA Church had their Christmas service yesterday.
Just pause
Look
for
at that
a second.
baby.
I know, she's so pretty.
How
And
about when Don's first interview, when he said she loved girly girls, like princess like, that was so like, and then the camera zooms over to Candace and she's like, like a humbug. Like, what is slapping your wife's face? She liked the pretty girls, the girly girls, and then like,
she's like, I don't know, she kind of reminds me of like a Simpsons character or something like that. Like just her.
a Simpsons character.
But okay, wouldn't it be the best case scenario if that's what happened? You know what I mean? That's always what I've thought. Like, that's what I hope is what happened.
Yeah, that would be great.
And they offered, like, say they offered the parents an offer that they couldn't resist.
And she's living her best life.
Yeah.
It was live streamed on their YouTube channel, and I waited to see if they mentioned Summer during the service. Towards the middle of the service, Robin talked about Summer. I suppose with everything going on, Robin decided not to be on camera. All the videos of Robin and Summer were recently removed too.
Yeah, all the video, I saw that, and you can still find them on YouTube, but they've taken the videos down of Robin and Summer.
Yeah, they took them all off of the church.
Off their YouTube channel.
Wow.
You wonder where Robin and the kids washed Summer's toys. Was it just a nice thing to do? Rumors are still going around that Dawn, Candace, and Grandma Candy are preparing to leave the area. Is this a way to get rid of things?
I've not heard that rumor.
And
But
how
look
with
at-
cleaning?
Yeah. Look how her mom's looking at her, almost as if she's watching to see if she like watching her behavior. I thought about that when I saw that picture. I don't know. That's the picture with Benny, Robin chasing. What's their channel name? There's a YouTube
Cracking
channel.
cases. Yeah. All these people got their hands out for billboard money. I'm happy to see Candace happy there. I'm gonna say that, but no. How about that? But no.
I have seen posts about Candace
love
selling
you
toys
so
online
much.
previously, so it makes me wonder. Let's listen to what Robin had to say about
Ew.
some.
The story.
Ugh. That baby's toys were filthy. They're an odd bunch. Me too. I am no one. Look at that. The Paw Patrol. Oh. That's all the toys that baby had?
Yep. If you look in her room, that's pretty much, yeah. Now they have a shelf in there, but yeah. Whenever
He needs to
Christmas
sit his
dinner-
ass at home. You know, I'm gonna say real quick, and this is all I'm gonna say about that. He took the string from the balloon release from Cash Gurnan's balloon release, and I think that is so disgusting. For some reason, that just made me
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Like you said in the beginning, they were not poor. When you do construction, you don't make lawyer doctor money, but you usually get like $20, $25, $30 an hour or something. It's not like, and a lot of times they're not even hourly workers. Like Don said, he gives whoever he was giving this guy 50% of the profit. That's because Don got the job and he probably got it for like, let's say $2,000 to paint a room for 2 days, and all he had to buy was the paint. You know what I mean? So he's not.
Right.
It's not that bad of money. She could have had a lot more stuff.
And they had no mortgage or anything. But you know what? No, 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 no. Hold on. She had to have more toys than this because she loved those little doll things. They had the toys they put in a flower pot. And Candace said every time she had an extra couple of dollars, she would buy the, pick some or something up at the store. I don't believe the kids were deprived that much. I
Well,
don't. I think she had more toys than this.
those were the blind bags. She had those little cheap blind bag toys, like some of them, like a few of them. But that if you watch in the video with Chris McDonough when he goes downstairs into her room, I've got still shots of it. There's not much more than that. That I swear to you, if there is any more.
Did you know about this? They gave Summer's little mattress to the dogs.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I knew it was sitting
Robin
outside.
Lane.
I do
Robin.
know that now the parents have like a shelf down there and they have it kind of fixed a little bit better. I will say that.
Right.
I've seen photos of that. But and I saw that the mattress was up against the house, but I had no idea they gave it to the dogs. No.
Yo, I still have my baby's toys, like my son, my daughter. My father still has my toys from when I was younger. Like the certain things you just don't get rid of. I'm like somewhat of a hoarder when it comes to it because I'm like, oh, but this was your first dollhouse. Oh, but this was your first of this. Oh, but you love this. I can't. If my child disappeared, I'm not touching anything.
No,
Nothing. It's staying.
But like I said, we should go back and watch that sometime. Whenever she's in the room and talking about the toys that she buys her when she has extra money, they are those blind, the blind bag toys. Like it's always a rip off, anyways. You always get robbed, and it's some cheap little toy. And but
yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
It is heartbreaking.
Okay, let's listen because
That's a heartbreaking photo. I know because that's such a sad photo. It's like.
Summer.
The story today. I can't help but be a little sad that Summer is not here today to help. Here she was just last year, dressed as a cute little shepherd. We are hoping and praying that she would be found before Christmas. And here is Christmas Day, still no Summer. But we are not giving up. Prayers are still being lifted.
Shut up, Robin. Why did that sound so fake? That sounded so forced.
Probably is. That's
like, why would you be praying that she's found by Christmas Day? Why wouldn't you be praying that she's found by tonight? Okay, then she's found by okay, by this afternoon. Okay, by this night. Something's not right here.
Yeah, I agree. I want to try to talk to these people in person and see like the vibe, the feeling in the air. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Like when you meet someone in person.
She will be found safe.
Yeah, a little sad.
Thank you everyone who helped clean her toys. Most of them were Paw Patrol toys. The kids loved cleaning them too. Some were pretty dusty and dirty, as Paw Patrol toys should be. From all...
A little sad, as toys should be. That sounded like it was dig at the parents and then like played off like...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's true. They probably did get a new one. You're right. Yeah, boots on the ground.
And were Paw Patrol toys. The kids loved cleaning them too. Some were pretty dusty and dirty. Prayers are still being lifted that she will be found safe. Thank you everyone who helped clean her toys. Most of them were Paw Patrol toys. The kids loved cleaning them too. Some were pretty dusty and dirty, as Paw Patrol toys should be.
No, it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. I agree. There's responsible speculation, but again, this is just our perspectives. We're not telling people to go hunt down Robin Lane and find her. You know what I mean? We're just speculating.
Oh, no. Trust me, I'm just as suspicious of a few other people too. I'm not 100% on any theory at all. I just think there are some things that should not be ignored. But also, I do understand she could be a very kind person who just wants to help them and had Summer had a place in her heart and she sees that what their life is like or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's possible, but still this is very
right. It's a vibe, right? I'm sorry, I am no one.
And rescue missions. I'm sure Summer played out every episode she ever saw. Special attention was given to this little toy, who is the character Ryder. He is the young boy who leads the team. His right eye was partially covered in dirt. While cleaning Ryder's eyes, I prayed that the search teams would have their eyes open to where Summer is.
Oh my gosh.
This just seems so weird.
It is. It's kind of eerie. It really is.
It's been 193 days. Let the little girl who loved to play search and rescue missions be found safe and brought back home. One thing is for sure. God cares. He cares about each one of us. How much are you worth to God? Let's take a moment right now and realize that we don't have to wonder.
Okay.
What? What? What?
I don't know. It's almost like when you're at a funeral and the preacher only talks about getting saved. It's like, just.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Like, the one eye was covered in dirt. Let's hope the searchers have their eyes open. How much are you worth to God? Like, what? That was, weird, awkward.
Is this about Summer, or is this about getting saved? Like, just like I said, like, is this about the person who passed, or is this your way to get more people in your church, or, I don't know.
Yeah, she was like, it was, it was weird. It's definitely a weird, she says Summer likes to play search and rescue missions. My son watches SpongeBob. I don't know. I've never heard Summer likes to play search and rescue missions ever before. The whole thing was bizarre.
And like my son,
I like Paw Patrol too. The movie was very cute.
He doesn't hunt jellyfish or whatever. You know what I mean? He's not out
right. Like, I don't know. That just seemed really odd thing to say. And Paw Patrol is really cute. And I like the movie. It was really cute.
So do you know when Benny Keys was talking about that photo? And I've seen the clip myself, so I know I can say this for a fact. He says that Robin, like, he's like, you guys don't understand. Like, everyone's criticizing us for smiling, but it was stressful as hell, pretty much. This is my words, but this is pretty much what he says. It was stressful as hell, and the people were here. We thought they were going to be protesting and stuff, and we finally, like, we got a moment, and we all said a prayer, or Robin came up out of the basement. We all said a prayer, and then we took this picture. And that's why we were smiling, because we finally had a moment to, like, just breathe, pretty much. So Robin was in the basement.
Benny Skis can sit down.
Sorry, I don't know anything about him. But all I'm saying is, Robin was in the basement. Why?
Right. She was in the basement for what? Right. I can't stand Peppa Pig. Thank you, Broken Justice.
Hey, Broken Justice.
So I like the way Benny thinks about cases. I like the way he thinks of innocent before guilty, innocent until proven guilty. I don't like the things that he does. I think he is a tragedy pimp too, but he found a way to do so where he looks like he's a hero at the same time. I think he is very scripted. I think he scripted Don. I think he did a lot of weird shit. So that's all with that. Caillou. Oh my God, we love Caillou. Everybody hates Caillou. I'm just the boy who's 4. Each day I learn some more. I'm just the boy who's 4. I'm Caillou. I like Caillou. Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah,
dude.
Benny Keys did dog MGL pretty good. That was funny. He dogged him good.
Don't tell these people who we're trying to get. The whole reason we want to keep letting them talk is just so we can figure things out and try to find Summer. So don't be trying to tell them what to say and stuff like that. Like, I get it.
Right.
Out for them and trying to, like, because YouTube is vicious. People on here are cruel. They don't give a shit about the truth. They jump to conclusions. They spread rumors. Amen. You know it. Like, but also, I don't know.
But like, are we trying to find Summer? Are you trying to coach criminals? Right? Because they are criminals. Rather, they're criminals in this case or not. They're criminals. Are you going to coach them? I absolutely love Barney. I still have my Barney plushie. I love Barney. Yeah, this is a good one. Still Speak Podcast said, let's play a game. Name one person this entire story who is not weird. And that's the truth. Hey, Tia. Everybody hates Caillou. I love Caillou.
What about this? Have you noticed that Dawn often interjects? often interjects in interviews to make Candace appear more loving and nurturing. So when they're talking together and she's like on the Dr. Phil or even their original interview that they did together, he's like, she loves her with all her heart, or, she just loves him so much. You know what I mean? He says things like that,
Yeah.
like how to make her. What do you think about that? Do you think at all it's
Oh,
possible that he could be covering for her, or like trying to, or maybe
no, I think
he's innocent and just knows it doesn't look good because she's not super loving and nurturing?
that Don got a lot of guidance from certain creators on here that tried to guide him into what to say and do, where Candace didn't, because she didn't F with any of them. So I think Don is intervening where he had other people intervene on him. And I think Candace just isn't a lovey-dovey mom. She's not like, give me a hug, give me a kiss. She's not that type of mom.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that Don knows that looks bad. Like you said, it looks bad. And I think he knows that.
I don't know if I put this on my list, but she says at one point, like, it was 2 minutes that she was out of her sight. And I think Dr. Phil says, she doesn't seem like the kind of mom who's like watching over her that close that within 2 minutes, she would know if something happened. She's not like,
No.
over.
Well, she even admitted too when everybody, I'll make my rich stop it, Broken Justice. Thank you. I think that when she said like, oh, I was only away for 2 minutes and I came back, she later admit that she's not a keeper of time, and I believe that. I don't believe there was any scheduling. I think they stayed up as late as they wanted. They woke up whenever they wanted. I don't think there was like a set like this is breakfast, this is lunch, this is dinner. Okay, this is calm down time, this is bedtime. So I believe she didn't keep track of time. I believe that.
Wait, where's her? She probably did, and I don't think she did either. I'm trying to get back to her. Stop sharing the screen.
Lack of routine, right? I don't know, Seymour. They got a wrench. I think Broken Justice. Did you think this was on Alex's for a minute? They totally took care of themselves, and she did absolutely nothing for them. Why did Allie decline talking about a few hours that day?
Ooh.
Did she? She
Yeah.
declined, Alex?
Yeah, she did. She said that there were certain parts of the day that were part of the interrogation she couldn't talk about on an interview. Mm-hmm.
That must have been when she had her son out grabbing the.
On my list, but yeah.
I wonder if that's when they had. I don't know.
Yep.
Is that because she knows that she sent Hunter with them to grab some goodies, and then he said, "Hey, let me." I don't know.
It's possible. That's very possible. I know, like, there's a lot of. That's how I started using. One of my friends' moms in the 9th grade offered me Loratabs, and that it's not that uncommon, especially in like poor towns or like mountain towns, or you know what I mean. It's just not. It's. I would not be surprised if a lot of parents are using with their kids, and that's just how it is, especially in towns that are ravaged by drugs and pills and shit like that.
Yeah, well, I got addicted after I gave birth, but before that, I was experimenting here and there, and it was by my own aunt. She would say to me like, "Hey, I'll give you some Percocets if you clean the house," and I would do it. Floor tab, shut up, Jake. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, that's sad to think about, that there's babies out here getting drugs off of adults that they trust, or.
Yeah. It is. I'll never forget it. My friend wasn't even there. It was New Year's Eve, and I had smoked weed and stuff. And I believe that because she was hooked on it, I think she was getting me to do it to get the money my mom would give me to like go out on the weekends and stuff. And because then after that, she controlled my money because she would talk me into buying them and stuff, and then she would keep them and do them with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I completely relate to that. I relate to you still speak with the I'm not a timekeeper either. I just know, you know, it's a pill. Yeah, it's like a pain pill.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Loratab, hydrocodone,
and
Vicodin.
Lortab, they don't make them anymore, right?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't even looked or heard or talked to anybody about pills in way more than
I
5 years, because when I got clean, I wasn't doing pills anymore, but at least 5 years. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of addicts, especially lower income addicts, they will do that for the money. They will get anybody addicted because then here's some fast cash, you know.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, that's terrible.
It is terrible, but at least, hey, at least we got out of that world, you know?
Yeah,
That's what it's all
amen to
about.
that. I know there's a lot of red flags with the parents, but I don't think they'd be able to evade TBI and FBI this long.
Well, think about Barry Morphew. It took a year.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, let me ask you this, okay? Um, when she was reported
But
missing, and they give the stats, and this is about the parents, they said she was 3 foot tall, which at 5 years old, she should have been more like 4 foot tall. And they said she was 40 pounds, which I don't know. I mean, I guess she could have been 40 pounds, but they also reported her as 4 years old. It's like they were all wrong at first. But we know Dawn doesn't remember her birthday, you know? And I think
which
he's
is
just
actually
not that
pretty
kind of guy.
common. You know, one time my father told the doctor that I was 13 when I was, or you know, yeah, he said I was 13 when I was 15. Um, so that's not, I know a lot of people pick on that, like, what parents don't know their daughter's birthday, but no, that's not as uncommon.
I
As far
think,
as height and weight, if you ask me how tall my son is right now, I'm guessing. If you ask me his weight, I'm guessing. I don't really know either, and I'm not a neglectful parent.
yeah,
And then you got to consider we had COVID, right? So you're in a year into COVID at that point, a year and sometime. Everything was shut down, everything was locked down. Um,
well, they
when
said
was
she
the last time
just
she?
went. She just went.
Oh, you're
She
right.
was for
Shit. All
school.
right, you
Yeah.
got me there. You got me there. I still, I don't.
I don't think
Hey,
it's
Seven
weird.
Erica.
Well, let me repeat or change that. I think it's weird that even Dawn doesn't. To me, I just think it's weird. But I also don't with Dawn. Now, Candace was not sure of her birthday. That a mom that doesn't know their kid's birthday or whatever, that is really a red flag. But Dawn, even the behavioral panel or what, however, behavior panel, they said that he just wasn't, he's just not that kind of guy. He didn't know the boy's age either. I remember when he was doing one of his interviews when it first happened, and don't blame this on
I'm
COVID.
definitely not blaming this on COVID. Um,
I think they're joking, but yeah, if not, then yeah. But so I just think he's not that kind of guy to remember that kind of stuff. I don't think that means anything
ah,
to him. But with her,
I
it's
wasn't
real
swayed at
weird.
all. Did she say I don't know her birthday?
Yeah, yeah. But this is the thing.
Was
It
she like
was,
on the fact? Was it like a YouTube? Like, was she like
yeah,
pressure? Was there a lot going on?
yeah. There's an explanation, I believe. So it was on a YouTube video, and she was drunk, and it was in the middle of the night, and it was the one where she was asking him to start the fire. And you remember, Molly flips
Oh,
out
that's
because
right.
he doesn't know it, and then he asks her, and she says, "I don't know." You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I don't believe she didn't know. I believe she was more like, I'm not fucking with you. I told you I don't want you doing these interviews. I'm angry. You won't start my fire. You're paying attention to these boost ground people instead of me. I think that was more of a like F you more than I don't really know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like I think
Yeah,
it was
I
more like I
think
don't got time for your shit.
I'm thinking I could understand it because she was drunk and in the middle of the night, and she was probably like you said, like, I don't know, what the fuck ever.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still
I want to
weird.
clarify for Wuffy. I was not swayed one bit, darling. I still think the parents are innocent. I do. I think the parents are innocent.
Yeah, but I think that we think more in line than we think we do, because like when me and you are watching a live and talking about what's happening in it, we will go back and forth about stuff. Or when I'm doing a live, you'll kind of be in chat and go, like push back on what I say. But when it comes down to it and we really talk about it, we kind of are more like we agree a little more than I thought we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's that. We definitely agree more than we think. We
And
just
we have,
ultimately have different opinions on how it went down.
yeah,
And that is true. You got to remember, like Barry also has money. He refused a polygraph. It did take a year, but he wasn't cooperative. The Wells have been very cooperative.
yeah, true.
We
That is true.
we need to scream at each other.
Just wait until we do Watts. I don't think we're going to be agreeing at all, at all. Because I know
The
what I
Watts, yeah,
think,
I
and I
I
know you
definitely
don't
think
agree.
differently. And
It's going to
even
be.
what's the other one?
Oh,
I
we
know
talked
there's
about
another
a
case
couple.
we would disagree on.
Yeah, we talked about a couple, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, I'm sorry, LFT. I'm sorry. Hi, welcome. Haven't found
We'll
Tia with
think
the
of
hidden sweet
some.
baby's terrible fish.
Hey,
She's trying to make it.
LFT. I saw Tia in here too.
Right,
Tia.
right. How would it help to find Summer to know her birthday? Right, Lorraine. What does that have to do with anything? That was just people. You have people that are interviewing Don to catch him up in something, and they'll run with anything like, "Oh, he didn't know her birthday. Let's go." You know what I mean? And it's
I
like,
don't disagree
even
with
them saying that, people are saying, "Oh, did you see Don punch Candace in the face?" No, none of us saw that. We didn't see it. We heard it. We allegedly heard it. We didn't see it.
Well, yeah,
That is true, Siren.
I agree with you, but still, I think like I don't know. Just to me, like parents should know their kid's birthday. Now, dad, I can see a little more, but mom. But then again, like I said, we have the thing. But yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to help find her because if you ask her, she probably doesn't know it. I mean, so
Right. And how many kids have these people had? And how old are they? And how long have they been doing drugs and drinking?
yeah,
They're
and
shot out.
I also think that people definitely, definitely can't wait to get Don on their channel to trip him up, to get a good title, to get a good story, to get the views. I
Yeah.
mean, that's how it is because the YouTube, it's vicious. There's good people, but there's really bad people, and they take advantage of these. And I mean, it's sorry as hell. Think about it. These are missing fucking kids. These are missing people. These are people who have been murdered, but yet you're gonna have like people taking advantage of it. I don't know. It's just crazy to get views and stuff, but it happens. It happens every single day.
Exploiting people's pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question about Mr. Tomato Woods. I'm convinced the boys left Summer out in the woods as a prank, and Ellie, Candace, Don, Judy, Sue, Grandis, and Robin all know this. So a big massive cover up, like they left her out there, and what happened?
Trying to keep the
Um,
boys out of trouble. Is that what you mean?
I don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
now John Benet Ramsey. I've thought for a long time that
the
her
brother.
parents, that they're trying to keep him from. They were trying to keep him from getting in trouble. That's why he didn't leave his room that day. So I don't know.
Yeah, the boys want to get charged with that. The laundry case, I do think differently than most on that. I think the parents had every right to do what they did.
That's one that we were talking about doing. And you also have questions about why Gabby didn't live with her parents and things like that. I think that could be
Yeah.
really interesting.
Well, because my thing is, every time somebody passes away, everybody's like, they were so sweet, they were loving, they were the best ever, the best daughter, the best mother, the best sister, the best cousin, the best brother, whatever. And it's like nobody tells the damn, like, everybody's great after they're deceased, but that's not always true. Like, if I, God forbid, pass away, tell the truth. I was a fuck up for 10 years. You know what I mean? I did shitty things at one point.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
I mean,
but
even in
it's,
the Watts case, which
yeah.
I definitely do not think Shanann did anything wrong, but I can see where she was pushy, bossy, and things like that. And then, yeah, that's true. Now I think that was just her personality, which I think there's a lot of people that are strong-willed and kind of boss. Like my sister-in-law is like that. She's bossy and very
But
strong-willed.
Alex,
but I love her. You know
If
what
a
I mean?
if a man was that way, would he still be considered strong-willed and bossy, or would he be considered abusive? Right?
Well, I guess
That's
I
the
would have to.
difference.
Well, okay, you might be right, but give me like an instance in where like something that she was doing, like kind of telling him, like think about the night that they were doing the face mask. You know what I'm talking about? Or she was getting him to do the face mask. Like,
Um,
tell me an instance
what?
where it would kind of be like uh, different if it was a man.
Okay, hold on.
This reminds me of other famous debates. Lincoln versus.
And are you talking about when she was put on a face mask and she was like, "Chris, go get my wine," and then she's like, "Chris is bringing me my wine." That situation?
I was talking about when she made him do it. Basically, she's like, "I'll get," or she's at least talking about
Yeah.
making him
I'll
do
make
it.
Chris get me my liquor. I'll make Chris get me my wine. I'll make like that. Yeah.
And I'll make Chris do this face mask for us so we can test it out. Things like that.
Right. If a man was like, "I'll make my wife go do this," or um they're sitting there doing nothing, and the husband says to the wife, even though the husband's doing nothing, says to the wife, like, go get me my beer. And then they come, they give the beer, and then they're like, go do this for the kids. And then you would look at that like almost a woman being taken
Yeah.
advantage of by her
Yeah,
husband.
he's
Why
being
can't you do
asshole.
anything? Right, right. But when you see a woman doing it, it's like, oh, well, she's just strong-willed. Oh, she's just bossy. But if
Yeah.
roles were reversed, it's a different tune. It's like, dude, he's an abusive piece of shit, and you need to leave him.
Yeah, like
Now, I'm
fucking
not saying
asshole. No, you
Shanae was
go get
necessarily
your own
abusive.
damn beer.
Right, exactly. Right.
I cannot wait to talk about all the other parts of the case, but yeah, I see what you're saying. The Watts case is like, I don't know. It's just, I actually would like to go, like, kind of refresh just to, like, every so often I have to go back to it. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's like the one that will never actually, it's the one that got away, you know? The one that,
Right.
like,
That
yeah.
case was a hard one. I went down many, many, many rabbit holes with it. But it's not that I don't think Chris is guilty. I don't want anybody thinking that, because my opinion of the Watts case is very controversial. It's not that I don't think he's guilty. Um, but I do think there's more involved than people think, and I don't think that's Nicole Kessinger either. I don't know.
Well,
That's a
we'll
tough
see.
one. I know. I'm excited to talk that one with you though, because I know that's a good one.
I know. And then Brian Laundrie, and we'll find some more that'll be Gary Griffith's comment earlier cracked me up. He said this is like famous debates, Lincoln versus Nixon, or I don't know, not Nixon. They weren't even like some people like that.
I'm seeing some people actually agree with me, which is great, because I was afraid of that.
That case will be the
Right. Chris is guilty.
And I'm like, oh wow. Oh, gosh.
My rowboat is landlocked. I'm not going back to the island. Oh man, it took a lot of time to get off that island, didn't it?
Jesus,
Wow.
I can't believe it's like died down like it has. Like I wasn't sure that, and I don't really have interest in, like, for instance, Dave. I would like to go by and like say hi or be supportive every now and then, but it's not like I used to have to know what was going on, like in like, because I don't know, I guess I was waiting for something to change or something to happen, or like, oh my gosh, like when Sherilyn said that Nicole Kessinger had been arrested. Oh, but anyways, like you're always waiting for something crazy to happen, and now it's like just fizzled out and kind of died down, and I don't know.
I can't even try to get into it again. I mean, of course I can. It's one of those cases that can always do that, but I'm not as embroiled in it as I once was. Like Tia said, I made my boat to shore and I am landed. Like I cannot even. But there's so much circus behind that. You had Natasha Cooper come on the scenes, and she's saying there was children for adoption that go to school with the girls, and they were swinging, and it was like, come on with the nonsense. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, I know. And, like there was some other things. There's lots of crazy things.
There was a lot of messy shit. Yeah. And ultimately, the same thing happened there that happens here is we forget at the end of the day that there's babies involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, dude, it's not. What the hell is some YouTube views or like getting like a paycheck? These are children. Who gives a fuck about trying to get like the most views on YouTube by having something shocking? No, that is disrespectful as hell. These are babies, and really, it's two babies who were shoved down in oil tanks. Like, I mean, the most gruesome, vicious, disgusting shit ever. It is sad to use that to get anything. I don't like it at all. It really bothers me.
Yeah. And then little Michael Vaughn, aka Monkey, I think the parents profited off that little boy's disappearance, and I don't like it. They had fundraiser after fundraiser after fundraiser, and they were talking about building their new house. If my child disappeared randomly from my house one day, I'm never moving until I am in the grave because my child will always be able to find their way back home. They're talking about building their new house.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. I'd be afraid that they could until at least they would be like adults and could, but Tia, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Thank you. And then what TCA,
That
I
case
know
is weird.
when she did that, oh my gosh, that's whenever we had to like I enjoyed her friendship at times. I thought for a long time she was just a sweet little old lady, and when that happened, I had to cut ties, at least for my channel, because I didn't like it. I just don't like that kind of thing, I don't appreciate that. Like I said, there are babies. Like, I mean that, like, sincerely. It's not...
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's something weird with the Michael Vaughn case and Summer Wells case. There's always something weird that babies don't normally just disappear without a trace. And why isn't anybody watching these 5-year-old babies?
Or
Just
in
like
an
that
orphan.
3-year-old.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, and then you have that 3-year-old little girl who lives in the apartments and she was playing on the playground.
Yeah, 18 minutes they said that she was left alone. But or Oakley Carlson, she was last seen in February.
Yeah, February.
Her parents, what they said, the end of November. That case, ooh, I cannot. It's like some people just should never have kids. They shouldn't. This
Dude, I don't.
Being locked under the stairs and in her room, and her 9-year-old brother was worried about her getting enough food. She's walking around with sores on her face, and I mean,
And then you had the little girl that I did the little video on, and it turns out her adoptive parents, had her locked up in a dog cage and wasn't feeding her. I mean, what is wrong with people? But one thing I just don't like, my son's 9 years old, right? We live very close to a park, and I still don't let him go alone, even though he could, and at his age I would have. But in today's world, you just can't. Even with all this technology, with all these cameras, with all these ring bells, with all these things, somehow these babies are still disappearing from front yards. There's something weird.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess you could do like GPS watches and phones and stuff like that, but that only goes so far once they see, I mean, and then kidnappers and people who are, you think that they're thinking about this person having a phone or whatever. Although I will say, having cell phones and cameras and stuff has helped solve a lot that never would have gotten solved before. We're seeing a lot of stuff we've never seen before, even as far as like police shootings and, things like that. We're getting, front row seats to things that we would have never seen. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thankful for technology. I'm just still confused how it's out there and we still don't have answers on these babies just vanishing. Yeah, it did happen soon after summer. It's about a month later. And he was also blonde hair, blue eyes, 5 years old. His mother did one interview, and I think she's done a second since, but she originally did an interview on this channel that's so small, under 100 subs. And the whole time she was talking, she was distracted by her other child and was paying no mind. And then she kind of just got off the podcast, just got off. And it was like, She couldn't even bother to talk about Michael. She couldn't even give, and the father was home. It's like, you can't, your child, give them a book, give them something, have them sit down that this is important and you need to do this so you can get the word out about Michael. The first interview you do it that distractedly. Well, no
Mm.
wonder what happened. You obviously have no time. I'm sorry, it just aggravates me.
No, I know. I love it though. I think it's good that we're like, it's some. This is important stuff, but I wish that I knew more about the case because I don't really know much
Yeah.
about it. I do know he's from Idaho, right? Is that
He's from
right?
Idaho. He was seen. He often would be blocks away from home, hanging out. And on that particular day, he knocked up for a neighbor. The mother said, you can come in, but you have to go ask your parents. And he went walking home to ask his parents, and he never came back. But they said it was nothing new for this 5-year-old to just be walking around. And he was out in his boxer shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops. He wasn't even dressed. And then the father was busy changing a baby's diaper. He ordered a pizza. The babysitter was there, but then it's a whole lot of weirdness. It's a whole nother case within itself. Hey, Christy, good to see you. Um, it's weird. Are you DeLorean? I'm sorry. He's actually a little bit better. He again, for everybody in the back that wants to talk about me neglecting my son, he was never in dire need. He just wasn't feeling well.
Thank you, Tia, so much. Have a good night.
Yes, Tia, good night. Thank you. Yeah, I had to do a horrible voiceover because I didn't want anybody to know who Granny was at the time, which did the video no justice. But it was I thought it was a great video for my first true crime video,
I do too.
aside from
I
the
think
voiceover.
it was a great video, important case. You should keep talking about it. I would love that, and I bet everybody else
Yeah.
would too. It's. I'm not seeing that case really talked about anywhere either. I mean, you saw when the headlines came out. Like, didn't your video happen right before, like, some news
Yeah,
broke? Yeah,
right before
and
others started talking about it and they found out what really happened to her.
yeah,
It
and
was
it was
sad.
shocking. So people used it, but now it's died off. You should continue it. I would love that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it really should.
And I think you
Brothers
did.
about NC. Thank you. Thank you, DeLorean. He's just coughing less. Still aggressive, but way less than it was.
Did y'all do the test?
Yes. I didn't know you have to mail them out though. I don't
Oh,
know. I did them. I still have to read into it, but I'm glad to have them. You really can't find them around here. There's definitely a shortage, which is really a shame.
so what do
Thank
you
you,
have to?
crazy mama.
You won't find out. Bye, crazy mama. Thank you. You won't find out who or if it's positive until you send it somewhere. Or
That's what it says. You get the results from the comfort of your home. It says immediate, but you're supposed to send it out. So I don't even know, like, I don't know where I'm supposed to send it. I don't know. I swabbed and then I said we'll do, and I hopped on here. It was right after I cooked dinner, so I still have to read more about it.
oh, well, I hope he feels better. I'm sorry. I can't.
Thank you.
That was not cool. Like, let's not. Let's, like, YouTube gets so, I don't know. I don't like it. It gets way too vicious and too dark. That's a baby, and no child needs to get COVID or be in the hospital or anything like that. And I can't imagine when I heard that, I just thought, like, how I would feel if somebody said that to me. And that just would,
Yeah,
yeah. So I'm sorry, Jess.
it was horrible. I'm not sure what the voiceover was. I would have to look back again and see what I used at that time. I'll let you know. I still have to email you back. Um, I just remind myself who's saying it, Alex. You know what I mean? Like, I know who I am and who I am as a mother. Is it hurtful to have somebody like Mrs. P saying such horrific things? Yeah. Is it laughable to have Natasha Cooper judge my parenting? Absolutely. Um, that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's successful. It's absolutely just
Well, I'm sorry,
Hunter
but
or
you
one
know
of the
what?
neighbors.
None of these people see you guys even in real life. So really, it doesn't matter what anybody, like, like, when you turn off your phone, shut your computer, and you go on about your life, or if, the internet broke and we couldn't get on here, like, it really wouldn't mean anything. It's real, but it's also like we have to, and I have to tell myself that all the time. Like, you know what I mean? It's just YouTube. I've
Disassociate.
got my babies, I've got my parents, I've got, you know, we've got things that are really important and happening right in our real lives. And sometimes we can't see what's happening because our phone's in front of our face or whatever. And we're missing out on like, I have to make myself get off my phone and quit watching YouTube and stuff sometimes. I'll even go around with earbuds just to keep listening. Like, but sometimes
Yeah, I don't even watch YouTube anymore. I'm so over it. I just can't even be bothered. I can't.
oh
I mean,
my
I
God,
still
not
watch like
me.
my true crime people and stuff, but yeah, no, I know what
Oh,
you're saying. You got to disassociate from the internet, and yeah, it's yeah, absolutely
yeah.
true. The
And
only thing is,
especially
you don't go
when,
doxing somebody and then claim that they tried to swat you, and then also claim that they're a neglectful parent, because now you're trying to bring things into my real life, and that you're crossing a line that you don't cross. So
yeah,
that's my only
I know.
problem.
No, you're right. I just mean like, you know, opinions from people on like they're not that, just don't ever let
Yeah,
them.
like
And
she's a fat heifer. She has nothing on my real life. I probably do more activities with my kids in one day than she's done in a year. I absolutely, yeah. Thank you, Still Speaks podcast. Does it seem people are coming up missing more and more, or is it because of COVID and people aren't hustling and grinding? That's a good question. Is it because we're paying attention more, or is it happening more? I don't
we'll
know.
see.
I always said since the beginning of social media, it seems like there's more crimes, but it's only because we're more aware of them, right? Exactly,
Yeah,
Shalina.
I think we are more aware of them because social media.
Me too, Nelly Bug. Yeah. I think we're just more aware. Thank you, Sandy Beach. Thank you, Mr. Positive.
I also think like I don't know. I just don't like how like the internet. I don't know. It's scary for your kids and stuff because people are mean. They're mean on the internet. They say some mean ass shit, you know. And
And
I
these
don't.
are adults. Adults
Yeah,
doing it.
think about how mean the kids are. Then you know. Uh, that's what I think. Like, you know, especially when a lot of these adults have kids and who's setting the example on how to treat people and stuff like that, you know. Um, because
Yeah. Yeah.
the Boswell trial, oh my gosh, me too, Vicky. I cannot wait to see that. I hope and pray. I just can't wait to see her pay for what she did.
I
That's
want to
how.
see Aiden Fucci. I want to see Aiden Fucci go to trial.
And there's new details I think out in that. I believe I haven't watched the video yet, but I think Christina Randall, somebody posted a video
It
that
was
said,
nothing new. It wasn't new. I listened to it right before we came on. It was basically saying he's being a little twird. I just made up a new word. He is being a little turd, and he's basically going for a trial. He's banking this as far as he can.
mm-mm. Well, what about his like? Didn't he pretend he
That's
was
true.
having
Still
mental
speaks.
health issue?
Yeah, he did that ridiculous little why am I here? What happened? It was so fake and bad. It was disgusting.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to see what
Exactly, the DeLorean.
case that the Gannon Stout case is like. Oh my gosh, that one! I remember when she was arrested and they did the press conference and. See, Gannon is like very close in age to Trenton. They even look similar, and I think when you can like imagine it with your own kids, it feels different. And I cried tears watching them during that, and I will follow that until the end. I can't wait to see that bitch pay for real.
Yeah, she that video, his like when you hear his little voice, you can hear the pain in
Oh
him.
God,
Oh my goodness! If I had a chance, I wish in cases like that, I wish we went back to old fashioned justice, an eye for an eye. I do, and I know that's horrible, but there's times where I'm like, this is why we once had the death penalty. I mean, I know some states do, but it's not utilized because there's that whole like, well, do we have the right to take a life even though they took a life? In my opinion, yeah. Sometimes I think, yeah, and other times I'm like, well, there's a lot of innocent people on death row. So it's difficult. It's a difficult line. But
Yeah.
I feel like if we were more harsher on crimes, we'd have less crimes. Like we have a pretty soft system, and our prison systems, although they appear scary and all that, they're really quite comfortable. You get it. My
Well,
daughter's father, when he's homeless and everything, he'll go to jail because he gets 3 meals a day and a bed. And it's like, well, and he doesn't have to pay
yeah,
child support. He doesn't have to pay rent. He doesn't have to pay anything.
I've heard people say that. But it's like this, when they are that, there's like, think of all the evidence against her. There's blood trails in the house, there's GPS, there's searches, there's so much shit. When it's that
The
obvious,
videos. Yeah.
yeah. When it's that, and then, sending Harley for the cleaner, and then the cleaner and the brushes in the dishwasher. I mean, there is so much evidence. The blood on that they found down the road, the fact that she was at a hotel 2 miles from where his body was found, and they lived across the country. You know what I mean? There's so
Right.
much. So for her, she deserves it. But you know what? The death penalty in Colorado is no more. But people don't realize that it actually, if the crime was committed before, the date is further, like it's closer than we think to right now. It's not that, I don't know. It didn't end instantly. It continued for a while. If the crime was committed before a certain date, then they can still face it.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe that she's one of them that can. She is. I'm pretty.
Well, I hope she does. But here's the problem, Alex. They say they're going to get the death penalty. They're sentenced to death or whatever, but then they sit on death row. Actually, it was just said right here too. Yeah, takes what, 20 years? Yeah, they sit there. I mean, and I just wish it was like immediate. Like, you know what I mean? Like you hurt. Oh man, you hurt a baby, immediate death. That's it. You kill a baby, immediate death.
That poor baby. I mean, what could he have possibly done to ever deserve being treated that way? What could he have done?
Nothing.
I mean,
she was mad at the father. She was mad at the husband. She took it out on the baby.
and then when you think
And that's
about
another
all the
thing.
blood,
These bitches, yeah, and these bitches and these bastards, they need to stop putting these men and women before their own children. That is why I will remain single until my kids are old enough for me to go enjoy myself. Because I am not bringing no damn. How many kids are killed by the significant others that
oh
aren't
yeah,
the fathers or aren't the mothers or even by
and how much
I can't.
SA happens from people bringing someone in your home. Someone that
Yeah.
it's crazy, but I don't know with her, man. Then all the games she played afterward, the trying to escape to
Yup.
the trying to escape the jail and escape the car. She did both, and then the letters and all the crazy shit. She just
And then representing herself and getting herself in trouble so she can't go to the law library, and then saying her constitutional rights to represent herself were stripped. And yeah, she
yeah,
played a lot of games.
and then the
Evil
flipping the
woman.
lights and spinning circles and screaming like she's crazy, like she's already been found, like they've done 2 whatever you call it, to make sure she was mentally
Mentally,
fine.
yeah.
And 2 evaluations, but now they're doing another one, but it has nothing to do with up until the crime happened. It has to do with after, what happened after.
Oh.
So I'm thinking he might be trying to get her out of maybe the escape charges, or I'm not sure, but it's not.
You know what? They'll see right through that. They'll look at her past history, and they'll see right through that.
Oh, I hope so. I really, really do. But I guess we'll see. But with Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, it's not going to be until January of 2023 that they go to trial. So when are we going to, how long are they going to drag out Letitia's or Megan Boswell or
They always do.
That's
It's sad because that's where I feel guilty for even saying I want a trial, because it's not me that has to relive that. It's the families. And it's like for me, it's I don't want to say it's entertainment, but it is entertainment. You know what I mean? Like for me, this is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it hits my soul, and I do care and everything, but not nearly as much as the families do. And that's where I feel selfish saying like, oh, I want to see a trial, because it's like, well, do they deserve to have to sit through a trial? No, nobody does.
But also, I think it's important. It's important process, because You don't know. Some people are, there's a lot of people who are wrongfully convicted, and I think the whole process is, now I think our system needs it needs worked on so much. It's just so broken.
A
Also,
revamping, yeah.
yeah, but also that it still serves a purpose. And I think that it's important because imagine if there wasn't trials, how many people would be wrongly convicted.
Well, even during trials, people get wrongly convicted. But look at the Wasp case. Look how much could have been solved if that went to trial. How much speculation, gossip,
Oh my gosh,
all this stuff.
I really do.
I wish it would have too. Literally was praying he would have got the 35C. I wish that didn't get interfered with because that would have been brilliant.
I know, but I'm wondering so I know it's too late on those certain charges, but he could appeal the other ones forever. I mean,
yeah, there's no time frame.
Yeah, there's still a chance. It's just like, I don't know, you have those recordings that come out of people saying that, he told me so and so, and there's so much speculation that's happened, and people missing the investigation. Some of it's true, I'm sure. A lot of it's false, I'm sure. And I believe that at this point, even if there was more people involved, however it may look, whoever it may be, we may never know because the police are like, yeah, whatever. Okay, we've heard it all. We know.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I didn't do it. Well, everybody says they didn't do it. Or even, when people get pulled over for drinking and driving, they're like, how many beers did you have? The answer is always 2. Ruth Ann, I am so sorry that you experienced that. Wow, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry, Ruth Ann. I can't imagine that.
Yeah. No one in prison is guilty.
Jess.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. We'll have to do this again. And, yeah. Definitely have to do it again.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're going to do What's Next. And whenever you're ready, I just need to have enough time to, think up enough different points that we can discuss. And if you
I got to revisit the case, so.
Yeah, send them to me if any come to your mind, and then you guys also in chat, leave them under this video or something. If that'd be fine. And
or any suggestions on any cases and any of that, good stuff. And thank you all for being here.
I want to see you cover that little girl. I really, really do. I want to see you.
I think I'm too. That's been horrific, and now that I'm using my actual voice, it will get more attention.
Yeah. And you know what?
And she deserves justice.
You are very good at speaking your mind and how you feel and being very direct. And I think that you could do a lot of good like that. So
thank you. I appreciate that. And you are the same way. You're a lot calmer. You're a lot calmer at getting your point across. I'm more like, you're like the sweet little angel.
It takes all kinds. No, I can't be sweet because I want to be, because I care about people and I'm soft-hearted, but also I can be mean too if you cross me the wrong way or somebody that I care about. You know what I mean? I'm just
yeah.
Anybody.
You ain't no punk, yo. You're soft-spoken, but you're not a punk.
Yeah.
Let me get the name of the little girl.
It takes a lot, but once you get me to that point, then I'll get there. I've learned, I think, through addiction, recovery, trauma, things, just a bunch of shit, living a crazy life. You learn that it matters how you treat people. You can make a lot of difference. For one, being nice to people and kind to people. If you could turn around somebody's day with a compliment or a kind word or something, that could mean a lot to someone. And also it makes you feel good. And then when you behave and do things in a way that you're proud of, it's just, so life is so much better. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I try to, and my dad always kind of told me like that, you need to be proud of what you do. And when you are, you'll feel better. And it's true. You know what I mean? When you're trying to, but then again, if you cross me, I might say some things I'm not proud of. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I say things I'm not proud of all the time, but I'm proud of who I am, and that's all that matters. The little girl's name was Isabella Koala.
Well, thank you,
And I
Sheila.
linked to the video, but it's farther back. Yeah, don't ever change.
You should share it on your
Thank you,
community
Still
page
Speak
too.
Podcast. I'm so glad that you were here. Yeah, I'm not. I need to do the video again without the voice. I think most people think that Don is innocent. I would say so. I think they think that Candace is the guilty one.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you,
And let's
Sheila.
remember, at the end of the day, this is all about these babies. Today is about Summer Wells. This right here was about Summer Wells. Um, Finn Cross he's doing a little. He's doing a lot better. He's not better, but he's able to slow down and breathe more. Less cough attacks is what I'll say. Um, yeah, I know we do. We pay taxes for these people to be in jail.
Oh, well, for your sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, and ultimately we got to remember, even with the internet and our opinions and our speculating and everything else, we have a right, and it is innocent until proven guilty, and there is a reason. That is what it is. I did, Oliver. Yes.
Yep, and you're right. You really are. And if we let that go for one person, the next one might be you. Or I've thought about before, like
Right.
when you think about men who are falsely accused of SA and stuff,
Yeah.
I've thought
Yep.
about what if it's your baby? What if it's your boy
Right.
who's
What if
some
that's your
girl?
son or
Oh
your
man,
husband or your boyfriend or your dad, anybody? It's like, you got to,
yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy. Well,
So,
yeah, Jess, I
no, we
always
took the
love
at-home
talking to you.
test.
I think
You
you
too,
have a
Alex.
interesting brain to pick, and yeah, it's always a good time. We do good together. We balance each other out a little bit. So
Yes, yes. You are the sweet one and I am the rough one, and it works in our favor. No, I adore you, though.
Yeah, I
Push
adore
yourself
you
up
too.
there.
Thank you for having me, and I'll step down so you can say bye to your people, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. I'll be in chat though.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get off too. Thank you, Alex. Don't
Thank
forget to
you.
go check out Alex's channel. She always
Okay.
does true crime. She doesn't do the drama. She doesn't do any of the nonsense. She sticks strictly to the true crime, which is great. Um, yeah, thank you both. Yeah, she is sweet and sassy. Yeah, she's not a pushover, but she's a delicate flower. Thank you, Lulu. Um, yeah, I guess Natasha Cooper can learn a thing or two, right? Like maybe this is how you do true crime. Even in the midst of drama, you can still do true crime. So I think I am going to dedicate every Tuesdays and Thursdays to true crime if there's enough interest. I'm going to make a community wall post or whatever and see what everybody thinks. Anita, thank you. Um, there's a lot of cases out there, guys, that need attention, and we can do it. We can do it. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She sticks strictly to the facts. That's what her channel was built on. Her channel was built on true crime. Unfortunately, mine wasn't. She is such a lady. Yeah, Mitchie, you like that? I think so too. Oh yeah. Oh, Kate the Great. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. Someone on your panel you can argue with and not throw them off, right, Caddy? And we can do open panels too for others that want to get in on the discussion because I know a lot of people feel um similarly. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people feel passionately when it comes to these cases, and it would be great to get everybody's perspective on it and kind of business system here is broken, is not kicked back, and you fight for your life every day. It's hard. It's a bad place for me here. The law enforcement is the crook ones. Yeah, it happens a lot. Thank you, Shalina. That is important. Yeah, it is. The man who killed 13. Yeah, Texas has been caught and jailed. Sean Atkins. Yes, one of the mods have it. Can a mod post Alex's link? Oh yeah, recovery too. I need to make a community wall. Maybe we can do Sundays. Oh yeah, she started another fundraiser. I know. It's unbelievable. Love that you won't turn to shove it into facts and different things. Yeah. No, because some people see things at their way as the right way, and that's not true. neither me or Alex have the answer to this case. If we either of us did, Summer Wells would be found. You know? So it's goofy when people start arguing because it's like there's no right or wrong answer. You just can't. Their shoes because they don't have no heat. They have no. Well, yeah, but that's why it's prison, right? Broken justice. That's why, because prison is not supposed to be a vacation. It's supposed to be a punishment, so people don't want to go back. The problem is around here they make it too easy. Yeah, it's definitely monopoly. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa Hobbs. All right, everybody. I am going to head out. Let's put a prayer for Summer Wells. Let's hope this baby girl is found and can be either reunited. I don't know about that, but let's just hope that Summer Wells can be found happy and safe, and if not, she can be rest at peace because this is sad. Oh, I know my Melody. She'd have a lot of tick turtles. Her way's the right way. She's actually live right now. Let's talk about the haters as her username is peace. It's like, come on. And she's making a joke. Where's the 20K? Yeah, it's funny, all right. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Prayers for Summer. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you. And don't forget to go like and subscribe to Alex's channel and stay tuned for all the true crime updates. And then, like I said, Thursdays and Tuesdays, we will start it here. Good night, Kelly, Caddy, Alex, Megan, Golden, Audrey, Seymour, Virginia, everybody. Everybody, have a great night. Go kiss your loved ones. Kelly Dune, Colorado City, Texas. I will definitely Google it. Thank you, Golden. Guys like that have homicidal tendencies very early in life. That is true, Gary. That's scary true. Yeah. Bye, my Melody, Lulu. Thank you, guys. Poison Ivy.